This podcast is brought to you by lineupmedia.fm.
All right, guys, check it out. The time is now to get on board with some sports betting, and you got to do it with our sponsor, betdsi.com. They've been in business for over 20 years, one of the top-rated businesses, and it's safe to play there. Use our code ANIMALS10. They're going to double your initial deposit plus a free $10. It's easy to use, and they have great customer service. Fastest payments of winnings, and like I said, it's a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Thousands of wagers, NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA. You can even vote on who's going to win the presidential election. You know it's hilarious. Get in there. And again, make sure you check your local laws and regulations before you do so. One more time, check it out. It's betdsi.com.
You know what they say about one bad apple? Well, we've got two. It's American Animals. All your favorite athletes, entertainers, and weirdos are coming to you like you've never heard them before. Get some.
Feels like it's been so long since we've been on the air together.
It's been too long.
It's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like a while.
It's been that long?
It's been 2 weeks. You were in Austin last week.
Yes.
Welcome to American Animals. Ian McCall, Erik Apple, hanging out with Oldie Hawn, who's not on the mic.
As always.
She's like the security guard.
She is. She's. I love her. I love her.
Oh, whoa.
I do. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I'm not sorry.
I was just serious right there. Oof.
See, one day, Erik, you're going to fall in love. Okay. And then you're going to have these things called children. We have two of them.
I've been in love 100,000 times.
That's not love, Erik.
That's the problem.
It's not love.
I love them all, Ian.
It's not love.
I love all of them.
I know. I've seen you love them all equally. It's like
I'm a lover and a fighter, but I'm also a lover.
Also a lover. You're a motherfucker, is what you are.
So tell me about Austin.
Okay, so ACL. We were in Houston first.
Yeah, so it's just you went to Austin, Houston because
I went to Houston, Texas, because my oldie Hawn, she puts on charity events in Houston, 1 or 2 a year in Houston, and then a couple poker tournaments out in Vegas. It's for a charity called One Step Closer. It's for cerebral palsy, and this charity's they've raised over $1 million. It's started by one of her best friends, Jacob. And we go out there, and it's basically a free trip to Texas. And it just so happened to fall on a couple of days before
Austin City Limits,
the music festival. So we go out there, we have fun, we hang out with the kids and the grown-ups. I get to wear bionicle legs at all the hospitals. I mean, basically what we do is we go from hospital to hospital, give a check for 5, 10, 15 grand, whatever it is that they've allotted for this specific.
And how is the money raised?
Running drugs mostly.
Nice.
It's running drugs through people's wheelchairs.
Nice.
They don't check wheelchairs.
Casts. You fill our casts.
Yeah, but we found out that casts are a little suspicious, but when you have someone in a wheelchair, they never check. So that's what we would do.
Great grandmas?
Yeah, great grandmas in wheelchairs.
Just have them keister some heroin?
I don't fucking know how they raise money. How do you raise money? You just fund. Things just.
It doesn't grow on trees, motherfucker.
Things just magically appear. I don't know. Ask fucking Jacob. We'll have Jacob on one day. Anyway, so after that, we went from Houston, hopped in a car. I'm just going to say Danger. One of our friends out there, Jason, Danger Photography. He drove us from Houston to Austin. We partied, had fun. We didn't even go to ACL on Saturday because we got there a little late and we were just kind of over it. So then we just went Sunday. And it was the very last day of the festival. So it was very relaxed, very mellow. We literally walked up. I'm like, we'll just get tickets when we get there. Everyone's going to be leaving. Some guy got old wristbands, walked us in with the wristbands, and then left with them. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, no one cares. He's like, don't worry. He's like, and we didn't even see him in the VIP. I didn't really think I saw a VIP area. Maybe.
Well, it's funny because we're used to those kinds of things, but like most events and like most other parts of the country, they don't even have VIP and nobody gives a fuck.
Well, no, they were selling VIP tickets or had the wristbands, but it just wasn't. Maybe it was because it was the last portion of the festival, the last day. No one gave a fuck anymore. But
that happens.
At that point, there was no VIP section. I mean, and I have to say, as much as I dislike Mumford & Sons for whatever reason, I don't really understand why I don't like them. They were great. They put on a great show. Willie Nelson, It was fun.
Willie Nelson.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Who else does he play? So is it all country music?
No, it's rock and roll. LL Cool J played.
Ooh, LL Cool.
LL.
Did he let some ice cream melt on his chest and
Actually,
it drip down to his genitals?
Oldie is the one that dripped it on his. It's not as much so much the genitals. Let's not focus on the genitals.
Nice.
Let's think of his supple chest, his dark chest.
Wait, I mean, I never know. I sort of believe you that she did melt ice cream on his chest while he performed.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. She went back. She came black. She came back. What she did?
She came black. She went black.
She went back.
Did she ever come back?
I thought so. But
wait, she went black and came back.
That's why she's with this guy. No, I don't know. Fucking know. I don't want to think about LL.
Oh my god.
You know what LL did not that long ago to an intruder in his house?
Ladies Love Cool James. I don't know.
No. So
he shot an intruder.
No, some guy broke into his house. Even better, beats the shit out of the guy. Like punctures his lung, breaks ribs, fucks this dude up. So LL can do no wrong.
That's pretty cool.
He's fucking rad. An intruder tried to break into his house. You know his house is big as fuck too, and
I can imagine.
And he fucking handled it.
And does he live in New York or he lives out here?
I don't know. I don't ask questions. Probably
he lives. How do you know? She's like, he lives here.
I don't want to talk about it. She knows where he lives. Anyways,
that's a little suspect. That's a red flag. If your girlfriend knows where LL Cool J lives, that's fucking suspect.
What the fuck am I gonna do about it? I'm pretty sure I can beat up LL, but you know what? We're you know whatever fucking cornfield she ran through before me, it doesn't matter.
Oh god.
You know, it's just it's me now.
You're so accepting these days. See,
I am. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you've veered away from what
I did. I gave a fuck about age, and I
thought you were gonna say AIDS.
AIDS. I didn't give a fuck. Thank you. I still care about AIDS. I don't know what I used to care about. It was myself. And now I'm just happy because I fucking blame it on her.
Oh,
the only thing I've changed in my life, still got a kid, still do the same job, still dress the same, and I just have this new creature in my life. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking getting old or boring or something.
Yeah, you know what? You're acting old.
I am.
And it's so I mean,
it's fucking weird.
Listen, on one side, I'm like happy for you. On the other side, I'm like, fuck, you're such a faggot.
I'm buying a house.
Such a pussy.
Trying to settle down.
You're such a pussy.
I know. I can't. I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? You're going to fucking snap.
I'm going to snap?
You're going to fucking snap soon. You're going to do some fucked up, terrible shit. She's not going to talk to you for at least 6 weeks or 6 months or 6 years.
No. You know why I know?
You're going to destroy your life.
You know why I know
and
you're wrong?
I'm going to be right there cheering you on.
You know why I know you're wrong?
How?
Because she'll be right next to me, cheering me along, and slap me on the ass.
Yeah, she's kind of worse.
She is. Thank you. Finally, someone noticed. I never wanted to scream it on.
No, she's worse.
But I'm going to.
She's worse.
She is a bad influence on me.
She's worse.
God, she's so good at it. She's so good at it.
Maybe it's like that reverse psychology thing. It's like your chick is encouraging you to be a fuck up, and you're like, wow, I don't want to be like that. Stop.
You know what it was? Literally, she goes, hey, you can have number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as long as I'm number 1, and I know about everything. And I was like,
and wait, are you going to tell me that made you not even want to have another number 2?
I went, I don't want to fuck other chicks then. Fuck,
whatever. My god, no big deal. You're officially fucking gay as fuck. Oh my god.
Now I got it all figured out. Fuck.
So
you're winning. I'm looking at her now. She's winning.
It's reverse psychology.
I love you to death.
I got it.
You okay?
I got it. It's reverse psychology.
My hat's already off, so fuck.
It's reverse psychology. She got you with
won.
it. She tricked you.
I don't want to fuck, 20-year-old strippers.
Did you actually have a conversation where you said that out loud? You said that out loud.
No,
I don't want to fuck any of your other girls.
No, but I realized it later on. We just had the conversation, and then one day I was like, well, maybe I don't want to fuck other girls. Yeah, cool. Maybe I don't want to do that.
I mean, I don't even know. You're. I don't know what to say.
I don't know, man.
My feelings are hurt just thinking about how gay you are right now.
My life's hard. Tired. Tired right now.
But you're back in full training mode.
Yeah, now I gotta fucking train. God.
Well, listen. There's nothing more important, and I think we've all talked about this before. There's nothing more important than having a good girl by your side and in your corner when you're getting ready for a fight. And whether you have a kid or not, it's important. If you have a kid, it's even more important.
Exactly. And she tells me I'm pretty, and she tells me I'm good, and she's proud of me, and she loves me, and that's what what a fighter needs, because fighters are attention whores.
Listen, I'm not going to blame it on the girls, but my fight record's 10-3, and all 3 of those times I lost, I had traumatic, dramatic chicks in my life.
Weird. See, but I've also pulled off the greatest upsets of my life when I had crazy chicks in my life. So,
what do you mean upsets? You winning was never an upset.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Or just my big applause. Everyone loves my big fights. There's always some crazy chick in the background.
Ugh.
So it's just, that's life, though.
I mean, it's girls who want to be fighters. We've talked about this thing before where I think I've talked about this. I honestly think a lot of fighters, girlfriends / wives, either consciously or subconsciously don't want their boyfriend or husband to succeed. Because what they feel like is we're on the same level together.
Yeah.
If you win
You're better than me.
and you become more famous and you make more money, and then you're going to move on and you're going to get a better chick. And you're going to leave me behind. So I don't want you.
Trade her in
Yes.
and go back after those 20-year-olds.
Yes. And I honestly think a lot of girls either consciously or subconsciously think that, and they want to fuck it up. I mean, how many of our friends, like chicks, like start crazy fights and like the day before a fight, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, you've been through it.
Yes. Sometimes the person you're with pulls a knife on your sister-in-law in a foreign country when you're there trying to fight. You know, the night before you fight, it happens.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen Babalu go through it. I've seen Benji Raddick go through it. It's like, yo, you've been here for 10 weeks watching your dude fucking kill himself because he's a high-level fighter fighting a real fucking dude who's not a joke. And you watch him put in all his work, and you want to fucking flip out the night before his fight? What the fuck are you doing? Stop.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, well, we're going to come back with our first guests here on American Animals, coming to you from Cahuenga Boulevard in Hollywood, California.
I do believe it's Cahuenga.
Cahuenga.
Hey guys, this is Eric Apple from American Animals, and if you like our show and you're a real MMA fan, you got to check out Funky Van Askren, Joe Warren, and Sean Wheelock on the Lineup MMA podcast. These guys got some of the biggest name guests in the entire sport of fighting, and they talk about the shit that other fighters are scared to talk about. So check them out on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or lineupmma.com.
All right. Well, we're going to introduce our guests today. We have these guys come up from Orange County, Ace, Trevor, and Spencer from TREO. Welcome to the show, guys.
What up?
We need you. We need you guys to talk right into the microphone like it's a dick.
Yes. Like it.
We have to all three touch it.
Well, you guys obviously going to take turns when you talk. So
Speaking of Snapchat,
thanks
put that in your mouth.
thanks for coming. Thanks for coming up, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
What now you guys said you're playing next at Wet Republic.
Yes.
But I want to step back. I want to talk about, like, how did you guys come to where you are? How do guys from Hawaii and Newport Beach become DJs?
dude, that was a long process. I mean, all of us, Trevor and I have both been DJing for a long time. It's probably been, I'm coming up on 10 years now. You've probably been DJing for what, 8 years?
So you guys were DJing separately first, obviously.
Yeah. And then Spence has been drumming in bands for years, way longer than probably we've been DJs. And we all kind of just met through the surf industry and now collectively make music together. And it turned into our type of expression of performing music was DJing. And it's been about 4 years that we've called ourselves TREO now. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a fun ride.
Yeah.
How hard was it for the three of you to come up with TREO?
Honestly, TREO, that was Trevor. Trevor actually came to. We just kind of were trying to figure out what to call ourselves because we the first residency that we had was at this place called Landmark in Corona Del Mar.
Yeah, of course you know where Landmark is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I may or may not have been there before.
I figured you guys probably
raised in
had.
Orange County. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
We're from Dana Point, so you know.
you guys know.
Okay.
So you know we're really bad kids.
Okay. Yeah.
See,
right off the bat.
Dana Point's more or less like a Viking village down south, and we just would get in our boats and come up to rape and pillage us in Orange County.
Just dock your boat at American Junkie or the Newport Peninsula somewhere.
Precisely, exactly. And we just get out and start smashing.
Pillage.
we hit the first thing we saw was whether it was guys' faces or girls' pussies. So
Yeah. So basically, like that was our first residency together, and we were all just kind of playing the whole night together. It was like 4 hours. And like we were just all separate, and then people started kind of coming every weekend. Like they're like, hey, so what do you guys called, or can we book you for a wedding or for a fucking bar mitzvah party or something like
God.
that? Like you know what I mean? Just people just want to like hire you for something to play music.
You look
and-
Jewish. You want to play?
Yeah.
my son's
Yeah. And then so basically we kind of were like, well, shit. I think it's time to get a name. It's time to kind of all agree on a name, and then we were just throwing some stuff at the drawing board. And
Trevor was the genius.
Trevor
that came
was
up with
just
Trio.
like,
He nailed
So
it.
genius.
how about we do Trio with an
I
E
take all the
instead of the
credit.
I? And we're just like, oh my God, yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, take a word and spell it different. It works every time.
And
So-
it's kind of actually pretty cool because people don't ever ask us why we're called Trio. You know what I mean? It's just like,
They
it
get
kind of
it.
answers
Well,
its
yeah,
own
it's pretty
question.
obvious.
Yeah.
What about the name of our show? You guys like it, American Animals?
think
Yeah,
it's
It's catchy,
I
right?
think, yeah,
Super
I think it's fitting.
So the first name we wanted
Yes.
was Shit Show.
that would-
But somebody brought up, they go, bro, you're not going to get paid. No company,
gonna take it serious.
nobody's going to sponsor you or give you money if it's called the Shit Show. But I wanted so badly to just come back from commercials and songs and go, welcome to the Shit Show. It
Makes sense.
No, but I get that.
just would sound good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people. I mean, yeah, I could see where
It'd
you
be
guys
hard to
were-
technically
Oh,
promote.
sorry.
But
Yeah, but I see where you guys are coming from because corporate sponsor.
Well, it's got to be like a catchy like tagline, like "Welcome back to the shit show."
Yeah, it would
Like,
just
I
sound
would
dope.
fucking
Like,
tune in.
all right, you guys listen to the Shit Show with Eric Apple. It just sounds dope,
And,
hilarious.
and never talk about it being the shit show. That's never something that's brought up. You just don't. It's just the elephant in the room. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? No one talks about the name.
yeah.
It's just the name. You know, I have men or women just, oh yeah, the shit show. You know, it's just no big deal. It's really awesome. You gotta listen to it.
Talk about it very nonchalantly, like it's just like it's normal, like it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is the shit show.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Donald Trump's running for
perfect.
president. So super.
Get him in there. Get him
Sounds
in
normal.
here. Perfect.
So, let's digress again. How you guys? I understood you guys are DJing separately, but how do kids growing up in Hawaii and Newport Beach become DJs? Because it's not a common thing for
Yeah.
like white kids from the beach to be like, I'm gonna be a DJ.
Yeah.
No, wait. You grew up in the East Coast.
Yeah,
So
I did.
what
Where-
sort of influence did you have?
Where'd you grow
Okay,
up, Trevor?
so my story is do I need to get
No, you're good.
so my story is I'm from like Virginia Beach. There was like
I've been there a bunch.
I was
Yeah.
waiting
Yeah.
for something thuggy because then you'd
Well,
be,
no,
you'd be
I'll
the
get
one
there.
that
I'll
poisoned
get
their minds.
thug in a second. I swear.
Okay.
I swear.
It's pretty gangster.
Look,
The boardwalk is scary.
yeah, he knows. No, but like there was like a little scene there or whatever, and then I moved to New York City, and I was living there for like at least like 2.5 years. And while I was there, I got like pretty plugged into the like nightlife scene, which was something that I hadn't really ever been like, you know, exposed to down there because it's more just bars and like good times, like, you know, cruisy shit like that. And in New York, obviously, it's like, you know, clubs and all the crazy
Yeah,
mayhem.
Of course.
Obviously, we know that. And I was just like, dude, I got to get involved. I got to figure this shit out. Like this is too good. And I ended up going to school at that music school called Dubspot, which is like a DJ producer, kind of like I don't know. I don't even know what you call it. It's not like a college, but like it's like accredited, I guess.
It's a music school.
Yeah, it's a music
school
school.
for
But
like,
but does it credit? Do you actually get credit to like real
I
school?
think you like
like
I don't
accounts
know
for
if-
something?
Like
I don't-
street cred, motherfucker. What you got?
Yeah, well, definitely street cred. Definitely street cred.
Yeah, I went to school to be a DJ.
Yeah.
no, it's basically just instruction.
but
I think.
now,
I know,
that,
I'm just
now that's
being-
like
yeah.
a common thing.
I'm just
yeah.
being condescending as always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
DJ is like a huge like. There's if you own a MacBook Pro, you basically
Yeah,
are
you
a
can make a
DJ
lot.
now.
Well, see,
I knew it.
we had
I have one.
we had Jared Watson from the Dirty Heads on 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about exactly that with the machinery and everything and the equipment that's available to everyone, the technology, it's like anybody can fucking be a DJ and anyone can produce music. And then we were joking around with Jared. He goes, dude, nowadays with all the fucking shit we got, you can make pretty much fucking anyone
Auto-tune and
sing
whatnot.
and sound
Yeah.
pretty good.
Absolutely.
And he was saying that he heard some kids was from that Disney show, and he said their actual tracks were fucking horrible, and the people just make them sound great on a computer, and they fucking sound amazing. And he was so then we took it on. I go, does that mean you can make Ian and I sound good like on a rap track? And he's like, fuck yeah, I could 100%. So we're gonna do it.
You should. No. You need to do the theme song for the show.
That's
Yeah.
You have
there
to
it
do
is.
it.
that was
Well
his
played,
idea
thank
too.
you.
That was his idea. It's great.
That's
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's
You know,
gotta happen because that's now. I mean,
It just makes sense.
I'm excited. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I wanna hear it.
No, we're psyched. Like I'm ready to write, and and Jared knows what he's doing.
Yeah, just gotta ready to catch.
I gotta be. I feel like.
Are you guys familiar with? You guys obviously familiar with the Dirty Heads?
Yeah, we love
Yeah,
this.
of course.
I'm feeling like I want to be like the Easy E of the group, you know, one that just falls into it. Like, yeah, do it this way, like rolling down the street, you know, like wherever the fuck that fucking stupid movie goes. Yeah, I just watched it not so long ago, but
That movie was on at our
I
house.
don't think it's gonna happen.
No, we're gonna do it.
Well, no, I'm just saying the quality of my voice. I like my daughter is this little clown, this little amazing unicorn, and she starts singing, and I'm like, whoa. You fucking suck at singing. Stop singing.
Well,
I know where she gets it from.
Here's what I want you to do. Next time you hear, just turn on Power 106 or whatever, a radio station with like hip hop and shit, and really pay attention to the fucking words and what they're saying and how good they sing. First of all, they barely say anything, and they just fucking repeat themselves like every line. It's just like, what the
Panda.
If you really,
Panda.
If you really look
Panda.
at it, you're like, what the fuck is he saying? This is nonsense. And this dude's fucking making millions, and he's got fucking 20 million followers on Instagram. The fuck is going on here? They have no talent, bro.
Just saying.
New age radio.
I want to be like a songbird. I want to be like Mariah Carey.
Look, there's Jay-Z
I don't
and
know.
there's Eminem and there's fucking Game
Then
and there's
there's
dudes
us.
there's Yellow Wolf. There's dudes who are fucking skilled and they got their shit. But half these fucking dudes who are famous now, they're not fucking doing anything.
I like how you drop Yellow Wolf's name of all people. That's good.
I like Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf
No.
is fucking
Well, he just dropped a new album.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet.
So
Neither have I.
So let's finish with Trevor. Trevor, you grew up in the East Coast. You went to New York.
Yeah, no. So I mean that was like how my whole like thing started, and
then
I got
how'd you come
into
out here to
New
LA,
York. So
Orange
then
County?
I was like, yo, like New York isn't for me. It's not like
Yo,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. I mean,
Yo, New York, no more New York for me.
That's perfect
I
for
can
New
do
York.
my accent, but I don't want to go there.
Oh, no.
But no. Like I just knew that like New York wasn't somewhere that I wanted to live. I knew like LA was like the lifestyle I wanted, and like to be back with my friends and all that kind of shit. So, I made the ultimate decision to go back and to like plug back in from
Go back to Virginia Beach.
No. Back to California.
Oh, I never know you were in California to begin with.
Well, so I lived
you
there.
skipped that part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
So you went from Virginia Beach. You went from Virginia to Orange County to
no.
New York.
Well, not Orange County, Ventura.
Okay.
With him, that's where like him and I lived together. That was just a small piece. That's why I left it out.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
kinda like,
That's all right.
Like high
We're not.
school.
We're
it was
not
like high school. It was like a year and a half.
we got 90 minutes to talk about all kinds of fun
okay.
shit, bro. So okay, so that's how you got it.
Yeah, that's how I get into it, and I came back, and then I basically started from scratch
All
back
right.
in California, and that was it.
And then Spencer.
Worked up from there.
Me, okay, yeah, basically, so I'm from Santa Barbara. I grew up there. I've been a drummer my whole life. I've always played drums since I can remember. And I was playing in bands and stuff like my whole junior high school, just kind of playing with whoever I could. And then I'm a surfer. I've been a surfer my whole life. I used to compete like professionally and travel a lot and stuff.
Did you do WQS events?
Yes, I did some WQS events. I did all the pro juniors, and then I was like the NSSA, like the amateur circuit and stuff. Growing up, when I was like from 14 till I was 18.
We're very familiar with NSSA.
Yeah, yeah. So like I did that whole circuit and stuff. That was kind of how I came up. That's how I spent all.
I was
my
on
time.
surf team in Dana Hills.
Were you? Okay. See, so you know all about it. Yeah. So it was.
I was busy sleeping. I did a real sport. It's called wrestling.
Yeah,
that's
we had Koa on the show here.
Yeah, Koa's a good friend of mine.
And Arif McIntosh.
Yeah, I know.
And you know that me and Sonny, I was Sonny Garcia's best man at his wedding.
Oh wow.
We're like
amazing.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
We've had it on.
He's like our old uncle.
We've had he's like my uncle / boyfriend.
I just feel like he's always judging me.
We've lived together multiple times and stuff.
Amazing.
So Sonny and I are close.
No,
Sonny
that's
is an
cool.
OG legend.
Yes.
I keep him safe in California.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
He's kind of a
he's
bitch.
he's.
He's getting old.
I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with Sonny. I would
Fuck
not.
no.
I would never want to be on his
It's so
bad
funny
side.
because
So
everyone has that image. It's like you have
you
nothing
know
to
the
be,
behind the scenes.
You have nothing to be afraid.
You know
of.
the behind the scenes. Yeah.
He just gets real mad.
Yeah.
He's basically
I
like a
get
really
that.
mad athletic guy
Yeah.
who doesn't know how to fight.
Oh really?
No.
Still wouldn't
Oh,
hurt him in a
man.
fight. There's no way.
Well, he'd fuck you up, but that's not saying.
Yeah. That's not saying much though.
He
You know.
is a lifelong pro athlete. Who's
Yeah,
big as
he's a
fuck.
he's a professional athlete who's fit and he he gets angry, but
He runs triathlon, so he will just at least run you into the ground.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, if he ran into someone with 6 months of boxing, he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
It's not much of a-
Like either one of you guys, I'm guessing.
We've had a little bit more than 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like,
special interest. I mean, I think I've been doing this since.
Listen, I'm not
since
trying to beat him in a
forever.
surf contest, so,
Exactly.
so it's not fair for me trying to beat him up.
Yeah, exactly.
And
for
he
sure.
at one point was a pro surfer. I was never a pro surfer.
Yeah, true.
And the ocean has tried to kill me on multiple occasions.
The ocean is a hell.
Particular one time in Costa Rica, that motherfucker almost killed my ex-girlfriend, and I couldn't save her. And I fucking, I just, I love the ocean. I like,
That's so
I
funny.
like stealing fish out of the ocean
Because
I like laying on the beach. I like jumping in and then jumping back out because it's cold. 'Cause I don't like cold water, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cold water's fucking
That's
like
funny.
70 and like.
That's funny. You have an ex-girlfriend story almost drowning because when we were kids, Jenny almost drowned in Cabo in front of all of us. I had to save her, but I did save her. But it was it was gnarly.
She's like, see,
That
Lucky
you can't-
dating a
Bitch, you owe
water
me your
woman.
life.
You
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
You
So
can't
it's-
underestimate the ocean.
Yeah. So let's finish. Okay. So you grew up in Santa Barbara. You grew up surfing
So-
professionally, NSSA in high school.
Yes.
You're doing WQS events, but you've always been a drummer. And how did that transfer to, okay, I want to make beats, not for a band, but I want to make beats for DJs.
So basically, kind of like when I was, I got to the point where I was touring with bands, but it was kind of more like freelance. Like I did like a U.S. tour with Timmy Curran, who's also a pro surfer, makes music and stuff. And then kind of like after that, I kind of realized I kind of just started paying more attention to like the like music production side of things. Trying to learn, the stuff that we do in Ableton and stuff like that. And then that just kind of goes hand in hand with DJing. These guys were DJing. Me and Trevor grew up together. Like, I've known him for a long time as well.
Wait. How did you and Trevor grow up together? He just said he grew up in Virginia Beach.
Okay,
No.
that's a good point.
Yes, that's a good point. Okay. So I met Trevor at a surf contest. There's a surf contest every year, ECSE.
I know what it is.
In Virginia Beach.
It's the oldest surf contest in America.
Yep, exactly. And so I was 14 years old, and I went to Virginia Beach to do.
What up? I mean, the waves are so small, they can only have like a skimboarding division, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's usually dead flat. But the first year I ever went to that contest, I actually met Trevor, and we were like,
Love at first sight.
Love at first sight. We were groms,
Just hand holding and hickeys.
Just long walks up and down the boardwalk, lobster and steak at Waterman's. No. But no, so we met each other then, and we always had just been friends from surfing from then on out. And he would come out to California and come surf whenever there was going to be a good swell or whatever. He had time off school, come stay with me and my pops up in Santa Barbara, Ventura area. And then so we were always friends from that. And then he started DJing.
Being from the East Coast and I get to go surf Ventura, he was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, fuck.
I was like, fuck
He's
everyone.
like, it was like, he thought he was on a boat trip to Indo.
Right and wrong.
The wave quality in Virginia Beach compared to California.
You don't gotta tell me, bro.
I know
I know, I get it.
you know, and I think that everybody kind of has that idea if they're from the East Coast and they come to the West Coast, they know that it's a little bit more consistent over here. A little bit better.
Just a little bit.
But I mean, no discredit to them. They get their good surf as well. It's just not as often. But so basically,
Oh, you mean like never?
Yeah. I mean, kind of
Like a tropical storm that'll kill you.
Like Hurricane Matthew that just happened. Yeah, there was definitely some good waves over there. But it's pretty risky at times when you're chasing hurricanes and shit. So
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah.
so then you started getting into production and stuff.
So basically, yeah, I kind of like after I kind of like wasn't playing in a band full time really anymore, just kind of here and there. I just kind of got really into DJing and like music production, through him because he like he said he went to that school in New York City called Dubspot for music production and DJing and things like that.
So you got the secondhand education.
So I kind of got the secondhand education. Yeah, exactly. And so he got really into it, and then like me and him were really good friends, and so he was just like, dude, I'm gonna start DJing, and I want to produce music and all this shit. And then that was kind of right when the whole scene was just really getting like starting to blow up.
So was that before all the awesome like Playboy model DJ girls?
Yes, definitely way before that. It was like the area. like the era when that shit, like when we first got into it, it was like all like it was A-Track and Bloody Beetroots and Mastercraft and like Justice and like all that shit was like that was like the shit back then, where we were just like, oh my god, these guys are the fucking coolest dudes ever. And like, you know, that's kind of really what got us into, you know, DJing and music production and shit like that. And then just kind of I had known Ace from surfing the same NSSAs and stuff, you know, when we were high school age and stuff.
Okay.
And then but he was living in LA, and before that, him and I had been like throwing parties in Orange County after he had moved back from New York City. We ended up like getting a spot together in Costa Mesa, and we were just like, fuck man, we didn't like, that's when like right when we got Landmark, and we just kind of were trying to play wherever we could, and we trying to like put
you guys
our own
like
parties together.
We could just
and,
fucking go to Landmark and Le Cobb every week if you want.
Wednesday night Le Cobb, Friday Landmark, Saturday Landmark. That's all we did for like 6 months.
Wednesday nights at Le Cobb used to really be. It was actually really fun back in the day.
Dude, shouts to the Le Cobb boys. Our fucking roommate Jake is one of the dudes that helps run that. So all those guys are our
that place
boys.
used to go off.
Nothing but love.
I mean, I haven't been out.
Dude,
in Costa
they're like
Mesa
10 years deep at this point.
Yeah. Hey, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna hear Ace's story.
Hey guys, this is Erik Apple from American Animals, and wow, I was listening to the Ocho Man Behind the 8 Ball podcast the other day, and I realized this might be one of the funniest fucking shows I've ever heard. You've got to check it out. These guys do 2 shows a week on the Lineup Media FM network, and I'm listening to all of them now. You can get them on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or ochoman.com. Guess what? Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. And you get it right through our website. I'll tell you one example and a great thing I would recommend. I'm a Star Wars fan, and the best thing to do is listen to audiobooks, the Star Wars audiobooks. They're great, and they have awesome sound effects as well. So download your free audiobook today. Go to audibletrial.com/animals. Again, that's audibletrial.com/animals for your free audiobook, or check out our website, www.2americananimals, and that's the number 2americananimals.com.
All right, American Animals is back. Erik Apple, Ian McCall hanging out with We Are Trio, Ace, Trevor, and Spencer.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, so we heard Spencer and Trevor's story. Now we want to hear Ace's story. Like, how did you get to where you were starting to produce music and wanted to be a DJ?
Yeah, Ace can tell the story pretty well.
Now, wait. Just starting off with the name Ace.
Yeah.
I already like you. You're either ready to
Wait,
party,
is that a nickname?
or you like boys.
So
Either one. I'm not
that took a hard left. I did not expect that.
I grew up with a guy his name was Ace, and he was very gay.
Well,
And there's nothing, I love Ace. I'm friends with his cousin. I'm just saying, it's either.
But you're not friends with Ace?
definitely not gay.
I am. I used to be good friends with his boyfriend, or maybe their ex-boyfriend. I don't know, but Ace also liked to press play on the recorder and have Lady Gaga play and crawl down the stairs in his fucking lingerie. And I was like, you know what? I gotta go. Too much.
Definitely not me.
Is this the guy you text me about?
Probably. Anyways, let's explain your life.
Okay.
But yes, to answer that question, yes, my real name is I thought I answered that one already. Damn it.
Gotcha.
It went from Casey to Case to Ace. It's Lazy Friends, and then Ace is the one that eventually stuck, because I don't think you can go any shorter than Ace. A, maybe?
No, you know what? It makes total sense. Casey, Case, Ace.
It works, I guess.
I got it. Okay, so how did you? What got you into music?
I started DJing, I think, my freshman year of high school, because I thought the seniors would like me better. That's my whole story.
And did you go to Newport Harbor? Where'd you go?
I'm completely kidding. That's not why. But yes, I did go to Newport Harbor. I started.
So you're a sailor.
Yes, I am a sailor.
You are gay.
Damn it.
That's where it comes from. Gotcha,
bitch. No, I actually started DJing because I found my dad's turntables in the garage, because he used to DJ in the 70s.
Rad.
And I found these old dusty turntables in our garage one time.
They still worked.
Yeah. And I was like, Dad, what the hell? And he's like, oh, yeah, I used to DJ. Me and my drinking buddy used to DJ all the time. And I was like, man, that sounds kind of fun. I want to try these things. And so I just set them up in my living room. I think I was 14. Or I was in my room, actually. And I had one on a desk and one on the floor. And I ghetto rigged a mixer together. And I just played records. I didn't even know DJing was a thing, really. I just played his disco records that he had a huge collection of. And I would just listen to him. I had no real rhyme or reason for doing it. And I got booked for my buddy's girlfriend's older sister's sweet 16, and we had no idea what we were doing. It's me and him, and we brought his iMac because at the time,
Who's him?
My buddy Max.
Okay.
And so at the time,
And were you still playing your
laptops-
dad's old records? 'Cause
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
so.
I did. I
Okay.
didn't. I had bought maybe a handful of records, like 10 records or something at the time. This was like 6 months after I discovered these turntables. And
You were 14 or 15.
yeah, I think I was 14 or 15 at the time. And so this girl was having her sweet 16, and she saw that I had these turntables on my floor one day because Max had invited her over to my parents' place. She's like, "You should
brown
DJ
chicken,
my
brown cow."
She was like, "You should DJ my sweet 16." And so Max and I were like, "Oh yeah, if you want to pay us, absolutely." So I think we got paid $200.
Nice.
And
Dad, I need $200.
exactly. And we brought his iMac, not even a laptop. We like carried his iMac there, and I brought my two
Like the whole
turntables.
big
yes,
thing.
everything.
Nice.
And
Epic.
we plugged in YouTube to that, and we'd play a disco record, and then play like something that they wanted to hear off YouTube, and then play another disco record, and then play what they wanted to hear off YouTube. We made $200, and that's how I actually bought my first pair of DJing turntables. And then it was all kind of just snowballed from there, because then I actually learned how to DJ.
So you actually learned with vinyl in the beginning.
Yeah. I mixed vinyl for actually probably a year and a half before I actually like figured out that you could use a computer. I didn't even know that you could use a computer until some guy told me about it, Serato.
Well, yes. So I grew up. I had a lot of friends. We had a lot of friends who were well, maybe not Ian as much, but I had a lot of friends who were DJs. Guys like Erik Kubici,
Me not so
DJ
much.
Vice, all those guys.
Yeah.
I grew up around.
Uncle
those
Vice.
guys.
Hi Vice, if you're listening to
What's
this.
up,
we love you.
Erik? Erik says he's gonna come on the show.
Vice is my favorite DJ, by the way. I think he's all of our favorite DJs.
Erik is the man. Erik is like such a nice guy that when I hang out with him, I feel like a bad person. Because he's just so nice. I'm just like, fuck, I'm a dick. Like he's such a happy, nice, like positive person. I'm just like, I suck.
He's just an all around good dude. I like that guy.
He's just like one of those dudes and especially in the industry that we're in, you know, it's really rad when you come around people that are just genuinely cool and
That's what I'm saying.
they really love what they do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's like he was the first
He
person,
wants to make music and fucking run all his life. That's it.
Dude, he loves it, and he was honestly the first person that ever like really kind of like paid attention to us and was like, yeah, like I see what you guys are doing, like that's dope.
And
Like,
that says a lot.
and he's such a legend. Honestly, like I don't think that.
He'll be in Orange County this weekend. It's his birthday week.
Oh,
He'll
I
be
heard about that. It's my birthday on
be-
Friday. And
he'll be
I
at-
think-
oh,
I
happy-
think
happy
it's his
birthday.
too.
He'll be at Mansion on Sunday, which
Shit, we'll be in
I'm
Vegas.
down to go to an Asian club, I guess.
I got this thing.
I still haven't been there.
Called a daughter.
I got this thing called a daughter. That's always a good excuse. Sure, my kid.
So that story started. The story I was trying to get to was just. I'll make it short. Was I remember like helping my friends carry fucking records in. Like back in the day, guys don't get it now. Like you had to carry like 4 bins of records to do a show at night.
And it had to be good records.
Yeah, like
couldn't
I remember like my friends who were DJs and Erik was one of them. Like he'd be like, "Yo, can you meet me at the car? I need help carrying this shit in." Yeah, and that's how it was back in the day. So that's how you started.
I used to carry. I carried my crates to every single. I play house parties.
That's
See,
great.
That has to get you a lot of credit with guys like Erik from the old school, like guys that you learned the real way.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, it like taught myself as well as Trevor and Spencer. Like it taught us how to DJ correctly. So now that like it's made so easy.
Yeah, that's a question. That's another question I have. So, mixing or playing with actual vinyl, does any of that knowledge or experience or skill come into using Serato? Or is it too fucking totally different?
No, it definitely helps quite a bit. I think mainly it gives you a different ear for mixing records. I don't think it gives you anything technical in terms of like the platform you're using, but the way you mix tracks is completely different because I mean, before Serato, you had to actually go through and sticker all your vinyls for where your cue points were, and you had to know, okay, this record ends like this, and this does this.
And then this might be a dumb question. Sorry. Do you guys have records separated by the BPM?
Yeah.
Like will you be like, hey, like this song has this many beats per minute, so I know that I could automatically segue into this song because it has the same BPM.
Other than
100%.
Other than keys, that's pretty much the only way we
So you have I know this song has this many. I can play this afterwards.
Exactly.
It'll work.
Exactly.
That's how you make your playlist.
Yeah, that's how everything's organized.
So then here's the next question. So how do you ever change? You have to have a song that ends with a different BPM than it begins with, or how do you go to a different BPM?
So, I mean, there's a bunch of different like technical tricks to do that, but I think probably majority of the time when we're transfer.
Can you tell I hang out in clubs too much?
Too much.
It's really about getting clever in the way you do it. But we have a couple little secret weapons that we've made that change BPM, and they kind of like hides the change of BPM.
Or is there a BPM, like let's say like one that's like a from 120 to 80? Or wait, hold on.
You're
Yeah,
trying to
no,
become
that's
a
right.
fucking
That's
I'm
DJ,
sorry,
aren't you?
120 to 90,
You're
and you
trying
can do
to become a
120 to
DJ.
90 because it's like
Yeah.
3/4, and the beats will line up.
Yeah, well, basically, it's just. I will tell you this: the majority of the way that the time that we do that is like DJ Vice, Eric Deluxe, DJ 5, all these other DJs who are like really good technical DJs. What they do is they make these edits, and it's like just from personal experience in the clubs of what works. They record these edits and then they just share them with other DJs. So it's like kind of a little secret weapon that's shared between DJs.
I hate DJ 5.
Really?
That
He's
motherfucker.
one of the funniest motherfuckers.
No. I like him a lot. But that motherfucker is best friends with every hot Asian bitch on the planet, dude. Every single hot Asian girl I know, and I know a lot of them, they all like love him. And I'm just like, fuck.
One
dude.
of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I was leaving Vegas and I was on my way to the airport, and there was this massive billboard. And you guys know how like all the big DJs in Vegas, they have their faces plastered on billboards all over the place. And I saw DJ 5's face, huge, and it had like a red, white, and blue kind of stripe over the front of it. And I was like, what the hell? 5 has the biggest billboard in the best spot ever. And it said underneath it, I'm not running for anything. I just wanted my face on a billboard, and that's all it was.
Do you think he actually paid for it himself?
Definitely paid for it.
No,
and
it's,
the
I think
funniest,
scammed it. I think.
Oh, was it a
scammed
scam? It was the funniest billboard.
So
the funniest thing
the
I've
fucking
ever
Dirty
seen.
Indian
I thought
paid for it?
hilarious.
Bro, the Dirty Indian is fucking. He is so. Last time I partied with him, he had his dick out on stage at Excess, and I was like, Suge, you gotta fucking put your dick away, bro. He's like pulling out, rubbing it on chicks and stuff. He's just losing it, dude. He was so bad. He was so bad that like the guys who work at Cosmopolitan, Jason Strauss, all those guys, like they had him thrown out of the restaurant. He was that bad. They were like, bro, we know you, we love you, you gotta go. He's awesome.
Which it's almost worse when your friends go, hey, you need to fucking beat it.
You have to leave my restaurant, bro.
Like, yeah,
You gotta really try to do
you
that.
gotta go. Yeah, you fucked up, son. Go home. Here's a cab. I got you a cab. Now don't call me for another week.
So
That's pretty much as bad as it gets. Like in a friend circle, if you have to legitimately kick your friend out, especially if he's like spending money and shit, like I'm sure he was. Yeah, that's bad.
Bro, I love you, but I'm getting security because either they're going to get you or I'm going to beat your ass. You're drunk, so I can do whatever I want.
Oh, but I've heard amazing things about him, actually.
No, he's amazing.
Don't know the guys from
Dude,
Scam.
look,
but
don't get me
I heard-
wrong. He's amazing. He's amazing.
No, I heard.
Yeah. So okay, so let's finish Ace Ventura's story.
Yeah. So my dad actually calls me Ace Ventura all the time. It's hilarious. So once I actually found out what the hell Serato was, that opened up like a million new doors for me because I went out and bought my first MacBook. I think it was one of the black simple ones. I don't even remember what it was. And it barely had enough RAM to actually run Serato. And I downloaded like 200 songs and sat in at the room at my parents' house for 10 hours a day watching DJ Vice, DJ AM, Eric Deluxe videos on YouTube, just trying to figure out what the hell they were doing. And that's kind of just what taught me how to DJ. And at the same time, I figured out what Logic was and started dicking around in Logic. I think it took me like, I didn't go to school or have a buddy who went to school. So it took me like 5 years to learn how to produce, to the point where like I even know how to like make an arrangement. So that was like, I kind of all of it started at the same time. And then it's been, like I said, almost 10 years now that I've been messing around with both of them. And it's kind of just, it went from a hobby that my parents told me that I needed to quit when I went to college to now it's like my full-time job.
My parents are still trying to get me to quit my job, my hobby. And then now I have another one, so they're fucked.
They actually support me like 1,000,000% now. But when I was like, oh, I want to be a graphic designer, they're like, then you need to quit DJing. And I was like,
See,
nope.
I think they only watch me fight on TV because they want to see me get my ass kicked.
At least they watch you.
I know, I'm just kidding. My parents are amazing.
So now I hear there's an amazing story about you guys meeting at the Standard.
That's how we all met. Well, that's kind of how I met Trevor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so I was living in downtown
The boys
LA
were
for a
loose
while.
that day.
Yeah, that was a long
so,
weekend.
so I didn't know Grindr has meet and greets.
Weird.
Learn something new every day.
They're a trio.
I'm
for a
just
reason.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I already knew that.
Yeah, but I was living in downtown. These boys were living in Orange County. Like Spencer said earlier, I had met him through surfing, and he was like, "Yeah, you got to meet my buddy." Well, actually, Spence and I was 4th of July, like the year before, we bumped into each other at a party, and he was playing with this band called Party Theft, and it was the craziest house party. And after the party, he was like, "Yo, dude, I'm like learning how to DJ. You got to meet my buddy Trevor." And at that time, it was like right when he said earlier, it was like right when it started to get cool. And I think everybody told me they started DJing in like that same 2 weeks.
Bro,
so I was like,
I feel like everyone's a fucking DJ.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not talking about you guys. You guys have been doing it a while, but I feel like everyone's a fucking DJ.
oh yeah, everybody.
I feel like he's gonna do it behind my back. Just
It's too late.
all these
Okay,
questions
listen.
he's asking me
I'm not
shit.
gonna lie right now because just with my marketing skills
Yeah.
and my name and who I am, if I was decent at DJing, I'd be making some fucking
Dude,
good
that's all,
money.
you
right
don't
now.
even, you don't
For
have to be
sure.
decently good at DJing. You don't have to know how to DJ at all. If you know how to market yourself, and you're golden.
No, I believe me. I know dudes who I'm just like, fuck, dude, you're making like fucking 20 grand a night, and you're not any good.
and you suck at this. What the fuck?
Yeah, like what the fuck? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, but that's like right. Spence was like, "Yeah, I started DJing. My buddy Trevor is like kind of helping me out with like the reins because he went to Dubspot." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll all party together one day." So Spencer texted me like, I don't know if it was that summer or the next summer, and he's like, "Yo, I know you're living in LA. We're throwing a party at the Standard Rooftop." And at the time, I lived across the street, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll jump over there for a
Yeah, I'll
little
be
bit."
right there.
And cruised up, and I couldn't find Spencer, and I saw Trevor, and I was like, "Hey, are you Trevor?" And he was like, "Yeah, you're Ace, right?" And I was like, "Yep." And one of the
Wow.
bottle service girls walked by.
Love at
And
first sight.
as she walked by, he was like, "Excuse me, 2 bottles of champagne." And I was like, "All right, so we're best friends now." And from that, from that point on, it was just like, oh god, this is
You
going
guys, you
downhill
guys squirted
quickly.
on each other's chests.
So after
Yeah.
that,
So who pitched and who
so
caught?
after that, he took me down to his private penthouse. After that, I think we lasted no longer than 4 minutes on the rooftop before we went downstairs. No, none of this happened. None of this.
No, they reenacted the scene from Zoolander where it's like the orange mocha frappuccino gasoline
Exploding.
fight, except they just did it with champagne on the rooftop.
Oh, I thought you said
It's
their dicks.
fitting, right?
And then they rolled around and had a wrestling match.
Oh boy. So that's the amazing story. Okay, there's more. There's more to it.
So
You gotta talk in the mic like a dick.
so basically, yeah, no.
No, like his dick.
So he came up to that party and they did the champagne thing and it was amazing. I just watched from the other side of the balcony, but no. So then kind of
If you're gonna talk, you gotta turn it. We can't hear you. No, I'm just saying. If you want to interrupt, you gotta turn it.
I just wanted to interrupt Spencer for a second. I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, cool. So going back, but yeah. So the next week we all like just ended up having like the raddest time standard.
A sleepover.
Yeah.
I knew that you could say. I knew it. You and I have sleepovers too.
Yeah. But anyway, it was like standard rooftop summertime. It was like sickest vibe ever. Like all of our friends were there, and it was an epic party. It was actually a party that we did for.
What was the party for?
We were doing the swim launch of the Ruka swimwear launch.
And you worked at
Actually,
Ruka's?
It was me actually.
Oh, you worked at Ruka.
Yeah, so I worked at.
You know,
Ruka.
I remember seeing you at Ruka when I was the Pat before.
I actually have a funny story that I was
think I
gonna
yelled
tell
at you.
You did yell at me. I was gonna. When I heard we were doing the radio show tonight, I had to bring it up. I was kind of waiting, but yeah, no.
Well, let's finish your story
yeah,
first.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Look, let me finish.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's what happened. We fucking met Ace at the Standard. We had a good time. We're like, dude, he was like, bro, I DJ, I make music. I was like, so do we. I was like, dude, why don't you come down to OC? We'll hang out. We'll see if we can fucking make some tunes. Whatever, like lock in, like see what happens. And it turned out it went well. We made some music. It went super well. And then Ace was actually like transitioning out of leaving downtown LA, like from college. And we're like, dude, why don't you come live with us? Our couch is open. Fucking, that's just how it went, dude. And then now, like,
I mean, I'm laughing, but I'm not making fun of you.
No,
It's just sweet.
Yeah,
it's sweet. It's like, yeah,
That's
fuck,
how it went down.
fucking ready to go. Woo.
Well, my whole point of the story is when I came up to the standard, like I had said, Spencer was like, yeah, I want to start DJing. You got to meet my buddy Trevor. He's a cool DJ. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Everybody's a cool DJ nowadays. And I went up there and they were playing like, no offense to any like techno and house guys. I love techno and house, but it was just like cool guy techno and house all day. And it was really boring at that point. And everybody was really drunk.
Like
and
they were
wanted to
taking
party.
themselves too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And Trevor came up and I was like, okay, let's see what Trevor does. And he comes up and he just starts banging out hip hop. And he was actually a good DJ. And I was like, holy shit, these kids actually know how to DJ. I might be able to work with them. This will be fun.
Oh, lucky them.
Instead of just like, instead of.
You guys are so blessed. Ace is like, all right, they're good enough. I'll see if we can work something out.
You guys make the cut.
From hearing people like all the time at that point, we're like, I'm starting to DJ, dude. You should check me out. Listen to my SoundCloud. And it was like 2 hours of them train wrecking to hear guys that like were like, yeah, dude, we were actually interested in DJing. Go up and smash in like an hour and a half, 2 hour set on the rooftop of the Standard in the middle of the summer. And I was super
First time you met him,
entertained.
you're just like, all right.
I was like, this is sick.
All right, yeah.
So
We got it.
It's a cool vibe.
All right.
I know I cut you off, Spencer. I don't know where you were.
No. So just remember when you guys talk, I mean, I'm sorry that we don't have 3 other microphones because we're in the small studio tonight, but you got to turn it towards yourself. Even if you're close to it, if it's pointed the other way, like you can hear it. Like right now you can't hear it. But now you can.
Totally.
It's got to be pointed at you.
Got you.
Okay, so you guys got together, started working together. So what you guys were living together, and in the house you started producing music.
We were
your own
like
shit.
legitimately making music in the living room.
No, we weren't. We were drinking 7 nights a week. We were
like,
never
we would
making
work like
music.
maybe 30 minutes a night. Like 30 minutes a night, and then we'd be like, fuck, we're idiots.
Were there any
idea
girls?
what we're doing?
Were there girls?
I
involved
mean,
at
on
least?
the weekends.
All right.
Oh my
But I
god,
mean-
you guys are so cool. You guys are DJs.
Oh my God! You guys give me the next
Oh my
Pauly D.
god, Becky, check it
I
out.
can make fun of
Dude,
Pauly.
the problem is like
Pauly
I don't
actually a good
remember
friend.
any weekend like that. It was just like
Then it was a good time. Okay, so you guys started producing music. Let's progress to the story. You guys are producing music, and then you guys were. At what point were you like, okay, we can really do this? Let's think of a name for ourselves and let's start playing together. Was that right away, or did it take a little while?
No, that took a long time. Probably longer than that because we were just like we were just like throwing parties and having fun. There was no rhyme or reason to
There
it.
was no like.
And then people just kept asking us what our name was, and that's kind of like when the whole landmark situation happened. And Trevor was like, "Well, we'll just call ourselves Trio with an E instead of an I." And then it just
So, but how did you guys get the gigs at Landmark? Did you get them yourself, or somebody get them for you?
We got him. We got him ourselves at first. Like we kind of just we would walk into clubs or bars or anywhere and just be like, "Yo, we DJ and we have equipment and we know a shitload of people. Can we play here? Give us whatever nights you guys have open. If it's a fucking Tuesday, if it's a Thursday, if it's anything,
Our friends will show up. They'll buy drinks.
We'll do it.
Give us a couple $100.
we'll do it." And that was the pitch. And at first it was not like that. It was, we would go there and we would set up and we would invite our friends and like 10 people would come and then we would get like a $20 bar tab and we'd just be like, cool, go home shit faced. And
A lot of these fucking clubs, like
Wait,
we
you would go home
literally
shit faced with a $20 bar tab?
no. Well, I mean,
This guy's a cheap date.
No,
Now
but
I
see,
see why you like him.
But see what I didn't add onto it was we get a $20 bar tab, but then we would walk out of there paying like $60 or $80 of our own money.
So you would owe money by the end of the night?
Pay to play.
a lot of these clubs we were paying to play there essentially.
Our first real gig together was Tuesday nights at El Ranchito, and they gave us a
wow.
25.
El Ranchito Newport?
Yeah.
They gave us a pretty good.
They gave us
fucking deal.
They gave us a $25 bar tab and then like 120. What was it, $125 for the night or something like that?
Something like
It was
that.
like $200, I think, and there was like we each got the all you can eat taco deal. And then I think we got like
Like 70
we got like a
bucks.
$60 allotment of like Coronas, I think.
And how many years ago was this?
That was 2012.
Look how far you've come before you.
Yeah.
See, Ian, in 4 years, we might be doing this at El Ranchito.
Yeah, I'm in. The all you can eat taco deal. Fuck yes.
Okay, so we're gonna get back to some more awesome stories from We Are TREO here on American Animals.
Hey listeners, Erik Apple from American Animals, and today's podcast is brought to you by Amazon. It's really easy to support American Animals. Before you shop at Amazon, and we know you all do it, go to our website. That's the number 2, AmericanAnimals.com, and click on the Amazon banner on the homepage. It's that easy. Remember, that's 2AmericanAnimals.com, and click the Amazon banner before you shop.
Well, we are back and banging around our microphones here on American Animals on the Dash Radio Network and the LMG Podcast Network. Ian McCall and Eric Apple.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, we're hanging out with We Are Trio.
Hey.
Spencer, Trev, and Ace.
We are so excited.
Now I know, is it We Are Trio? Yeah. Okay.
It's We Are
Okay,
Trio.
so I
like
always
that
say
better than
trio.
I like it better
Well,
than trio.
we got in some legal issues, so we had to add the little "we are" on the front
It
of it.
sounds
all
better.
one word.
What? So was there like a pornography production company named Trio?
There's a Venezuelan polka band. I think that's what they are.
No, it's a Venezuelan boy band.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
And it's with TREO?
TREO. They're Grupo de Trio or something like
And
that.
they're a big deal.
Apparently.
I guess so.
In their own minds, they are.
A lot more than you guys are.
Big enough to tell you guys to go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what happened is they came to us with a cease and desist and said that we couldn't use anything. And luckily, me having some contacts in the clothing industry, one of the guys I was working with, his lawyer is like a super legit lawyer, and she hit him back and like hit him with a bunch of technical terms, and they kind of chilled out, and now we came to
Just
an
said,
agreement.
"Oh, sorry,
So
we don't speak no English.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's like a cease and desist. It sounds like Trio to me.
Some guy wrote up their cease and desist on a donkey and gave it to you, and then wrote back to wherever the fuck he was from.
But the best part about it is then when we went back and we like looked them up like 6 months later, they stole our logo. They started doing all black and white photos.
Well, what country are they in? What country are they in?
Like Guatemala
Okay,
or
so
something
wait a second.
like that.
Wait, well let's start over.
That's the
You
jungle.
guys, wait a second. You guys got a cease and desist from someone in Guatemala, and you gave a fuck. I'm telling you right fucking now, 100% on my life, this is what would happen. If Ian and I got a fucking cease and desist and said, your show is impinging on our shit, and it said Guatemala, I would fucking fall on the floor and go, what the fuck are you going to do? Fuck off.
These guys, yeah, we just kind of, because the thing was we were trying to like take the next step and like trademark our shit. So we can, legally move forward and not have any of that shit to deal with. So luckily that happened before we tried
just don't play Guatemala. It might be kind of hard, but you're just gonna
maybe it's Venezuela or something like that. But
think you're gonna be okay.
it's yeah. But now we're good because we trademarked We Are Trio, so we're all sweet.
We're chilling.
Wait, you didn't even know where
Sorry,
it was?
guys,
You're like, I don't know, Guatemala, Venezuela. What are those fucking places? I don't know.
I just forget.
Somewhere with brown people. What the fuck? I don't know.
We just tried to move. We just tried to move along.
Oh my god. Okay, so I want to hear the story. Spencer has a story about me being a dick.
No. Let me preface this. I have so many people. For some reason, it's all the closest people in my life. People go, oh yeah, some story about Apple being an asshole, or them thinking that he hates them, or my coach. So one of my best friends, my coach, says the same. Everyone says the same. I think even he said it about my coach. I think he fucking hates me. and like most of the people I'm around are like that. So I hear this shit all the time. Let him have it.
I'm totally used to it.
This isn't a first, so don't feel bad. Let it rip. We can all.
I mean, your boys are here to drag you out back to the car when I'm done.
No, it was actually okay. So, So when I stopped competing surfing, I was living with a good friend of mine, Ford Archibald, at the time, and he rides. His dad, Matt Archibald's a surfing legend, and he's like a really good friend of mine. And always has been. And so I was living with him, and I was transitioning out of competing, and then kind of it got to a point where I figured out I wanted to start working in the surf industry. And I got a call, or I had interviewed for a couple of positions before the job that I got. And then I got a call from Pat Tenori one day, and he said, hey, I need a surf team manager. I need a guy to kind of like run some marketing stuff over here.
It's always
run
a
the
nice
team.
time when Pat calls you. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
So special.
And so basically, I started working at Ruka, and this was probably 6 months into my job, something like that.
Well, I got to cut you off, Spence, because the night you got your job, there was a massive blowout at the Goat Hill Tavern, and Spencer lost his front two teeth.
That's true.
Listen,
that's another story.
Nothing good happens at Goat Hill. Let's just start there.
Ever.
Yeah, you gotta learn that. That place is a shithole.
Nothing good happens at Goat Hill.
Nothing. It's very true. yeah, so it was about 6 months into my my job, so still kind of getting used to the spot and getting my and so I kind of wasn't very versed in keeping up with my
Dealing with assholes?
no, I wasn't very versed with keeping up with my my voicemail on my office phone, because everybody is on their cell phones and doing their shit and emails and all that. So apparently Apple had been calling my my office phone to try and set up a walkthrough, because him and Pat are homies, and Pat is a very generous dude, and he loves to hook up all his friends with clothes, which is rad.
I'm the one being generous.
That's true.
Let's get it fucking clear here.
I had to throw that in there.
Let's get that clear, okay?
I'm just fucking with you.
You're welcome,
No,
Pat. I wear your shit. You're welcome.
Yeah. No, yeah. So basically, I didn't. So I like had been used to the walkthrough thing and stuff. I knew how that whole thing worked, but I just didn't think to really keep up with my office phone. So I get a call from Pat one day, and my phone rings, and he's like, "Hey, Spencer, I need you to come downstairs real quick. I got someone here that wants to talk to you." And so
wait, hold on. So I remember this whole story now. Pat set it up to fuck with you, though.
Yeah,
because I told Pat
Because he
the
fucks
truth,
with everybody.
so
comes out.
here's what happened. So Pat was like, "Oh, you want to do a walkthrough?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, call this kid. He's the one who takes care of walkthroughs." And I called a couple times. He never called me back. And then I saw Pat, because I was training all the time. I go, "Fuck, I don't like fucking call a kid like twice. He doesn't fucking answer the phone. He doesn't fucking call me back. Like, what the fuck? Does he work here or not?" Pat's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, he's here right now. Okay, well, we're gonna get him right now. We're gonna get him right now." So that's when this happened. So go on.
This all makes sense now. Yeah. So that's so like Pat too. Of course,
He
he
wanted
would
to
do
teach
that.
you a lesson.
Of course,
and
of
I
course.
was more than happy to oblige.
Yeah, yes, that's a pretty good combination right there. So I come downstairs, and I'm like, and I hadn't met Apple before. And so I was oblivious to this whole situation. I had no idea what was going on.
He just walked in.
And I just walk in,
whoa.
and Apple's just sitting there, just telling me the fucking truth, man, in my face, like this close, like, "You can't even call me back. I called you twice and left you messages." Yeah, and I'm just like, whoa! It's like Monday morning at like 9:30.
Is Pat standing there going?
Oh no, because Pat's standing there just pointing. It's this motherfucker, this guy, this kid.
It's his
Yeah,
fault.
it's his fault. Yeah. So I'm just kind of caught up in this whole mix up, and I'm kind of so confused, because I'm like, what the hell, like, bro, I wouldn't do that, like, kind of just like,
Are you fucking with me? Huh? You kept fucking to your job. Are you fucking with me, or are you fucking with Pat Tenori? Who are you fucking
Yeah,
disrespecting?
exactly.
Which one of us?
That's exactly, I think, what you said. I think that's word for word exactly what you said.
I didn't say that.
No. I'm just kidding. So anyway, but so there was a parent. So he was telling me how it was, and the one thing that I learned from Pat, he is the one that taught me this, and I'll never forget this. He said, when I first started working there and things would go not exactly according to plan, he'd be like, "Why did you do this? And why did this happen?" And I'd be like, "Oh, well, this person did that." And he's like, No excuses. There's no excuses around here. You own up to your shit, and we move forward. So this had happened before that. And
okay.
so
so you had that talk and you still fucked up.
No.
Whoa! Wow!
No.
2 strikes now.
No. What I'm saying is, he said in situations to not have any excuses. So I'm sitting here just hearing it from Apple, and I'm just like, "You know what? I'm sorry. I apologize.
I am stupid.
That is my bad. That is my bad." But then we did the walkthrough, and
I'm sure it was cool afterwards.
And he was cool. And no, it's funny. We were walking through afterwards, and I was just be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry." And he was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, bro. I was just fucking with you, man. You know that. It's all good."
Just want to teach you a lesson.
No, but see,
that's the surf culture. See, I grew up like my big brother, quote big brother, Cameron Steele, he was a marketing director at Gotcha back in like the 90s. Mm-hmm. So when I was 16 years old, I worked in the marketing department at Gotcha, which, I mean, for a kid growing up in San Clemente, Laguna Niguel, yeah, like back then, like Gotcha and Quicksilver were the 2 biggest brands there were. And I was like 16 years old, and I was working in the marketing department, and I was fucking hanging out with Rob Machado and fucking Andy Irons and like fuck.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like fuck, and I was like helping like make shit happen for the second biggest surf brand there was. But I had to like earn my shit, and I had to fucking do what I was told, and people fucked with me just because I was a kid. So I come from that same kind of lineage of like, you fuck with the Groms. That's just how it is.
Oh, absolutely, especially on the water too.
And then you have this
But it's not as
right
bad
here.
these days, bro. When I was 15 years old,
Nothing going on.
You're raised by
anymore, dude.
shitheads like this. You end
Yeah.
up like me.
I grew up-
And then you're totally fucked.
I grew up at T Street when I was younger. I was at Salt Creek later on, and like when I was 13 years old, like dude, there was dudes who just paddled up to me and punched me in the face and told me I was catching too many waves.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even burn anyone. You catch too many waves, kid.
when
Fuck
we
outta
were
here.
Groms, I remember.
Wait, it used to be
Not like that.
Yeah.
I grew up because I grew up surfing 54th, and like, I mean, 54th is definitely decently still regulated nowadays. But I remember when I was a Grom and we were out there, I couldn't catch a wave. If I finally got a good one, I'd get burned, and you never said anything. And if you got a couple good ones and you got a couple too many and got a little cocky out there, you get checked. And I've seen guys get slapped across the face out there. Nowadays, people just paddle out and burn people left and right, and nothing happens anymore. I mean, that's not completely true because there's still some guys regulating
It's the nature.
it, but-
Listen. It's the nature of everything in America. The pussification of America is almost
Oh, yeah.
complete.
Absolutely.
It's the same with everything. Like people are so anti-bullying.
You know what happens?
bro? The anti-bullying thing is the one that kills me. Like, oh my
No.
god.
Okay, so we have a friend that has a good job with the city. Has a nickname that comes from fighting, but still a local at Salt Creek, and is now working for the government technically.
Who is this?
Armbar.
Okay.
And it used to be a fucking bully, just a tough man. And I guess some kid fucking was talking shit to him at Salt Creek and was lipping off, and he's just like, "Oh, yeah, Rich, I'm nice now. And eventually, fucking grabs the kid, drags him into the shore, and just beats the shit out of this kid. That's what
for
happens.
him.
You have the pussies of today fucking with the old guys who were now
Yeah,
my
it's
friends.
definitely not the same.
And I mean, it's just I was always sucked at surfing. I'll reiterate that. And bodyboarding, I would charge and then almost die, and then I'd not want to go out for a long time. And I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, you could do it, bro. Charge it, no big deal. Fucking charge it. You weigh 50 pounds. So I would do it, and then I would get fucked up, and then just want to get in fistfights on the beach. So I found out that was a better suited lifestyle for me. I was more of a, on the beach beating the shit out of foreigners, people that were from like 5 towns over. They didn't deserve to fucking be there. Yeah. Very smart idea.
Hey, but every surf spot needs people like you.
I know, and I feel.
Yeah, I think that's what it's lacking
objected.
nowadays. Is there's just like there used to be like those couple guys that would hold it down, and now everyone's so scared of like fucking getting caught on Instagram or YouTube of beating the shit out of someone on the beach.
I don't give a fuck. Film it, faggot. Do you care?
No, but like they would do that, and their little parents would like take it to the police, and like somehow they would scope out that it was you.
So
and,
you
like, come
guys,
find you.
you experienced that Newport stuff. So I started spending winters on the North Shore when I was 15. Since I was a kid, and back, this is, I'm 37 now. So imagine, 20
Long time.
That
years
7
ago,
mile stretch will teach you a lot of
20
things.
over 20 years ago, I had my first winter on the North Shore, and I would surf VLAN every day and shit. And that was when like fucking Perry Dane was a VLAN. Yeah. That was like Johnny Boy Gomes was a VLAN. Yeah. Fucking Marvin Foster, like the same dudes surfing VLAN were on the news because they were fucking wanted felons on the run, and they're surfing VLAN with me, like fucking looking at me. Like I saw like real shit. Like kids nowadays don't
three
get
touchdowns in one night, guys.
it. Yeah, kids don't get it these days. Like you don't fucking know what localism
Not
is.
at all.
Like straight up, like Perry Dane would paddle out and just look at all the kids, go get the fuck out of here. And like 20 kids would paddle in. You gotta go. Bye. See you later.
I got told that at Banyans one time when I was a Grom. I showed up and I was like walking down the beach, and they were like, "No, beat it." Told my dad parked down the street, and they told him, and my dad lived there for 17 years. They told my dad that he couldn't park there because it was lifeguard parking.
Wait, I
And
forget. Banyans is on Maui.
It's on the Big Island.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he told me they all the guys there told him he couldn't park there because it was lifeguard parking. My dad knows damn well there's no lifeguards at Banyans. And he was like, and I started to run my mouth. I was like, there's no lifeguards here. I'm like 8 maybe at the time. I start running my mouth, and my dad's like, get in the car. We're
up,
leaving.
son.
You're not surfing.
Yeah, back then it wasn't a joke.
Those Hawaiians are fucking huge. Shut up.
So Spencer, grab the mic, Spencer. So how long until Billabong / Ruka can expect you back? That's what I want to know.
I need to walk through
when Pat decides that he wants to build the recording studio that he's been talking about for a while at the.
I can't believe there's not one already.
At
The
the corporate office,
the
and
artsiest dude in the world doesn't have a studio.
And
he's gonna have Kelly in there singing on the guitar. It's gonna be romantic.
There's gonna be a wide
Kelly and Jack
wide
Johnson on one
spectrum
mic,
of music
going. Surfing as a whole.
So
Eddie Vedder in the background.
But but Ruka's family, man, everybody there has always been amazing, and Pat Tenori is like I consider him like a mentor to me, and so yeah, I don't know, maybe Apple, maybe we can get him to build a room like this at Ruka, and we could have Ruka Radio or something eventually.
I can get it on the air, and I can make it a podcast. Pat, once again, you're welcome, Pat. And with that, we're gonna get to our next song here on American Animals. Again, you guys, don't forget, find us on social media at 2 American Animals. That's at the number 2 American Animals. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We don't have a Snapchat. We have our own personal Snapchats. I don't know. We should maybe get our own Snapchat, a show Snapchat. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like push mine.
It's like a Snapchat.
It's like a Snapchat.
Okay.
It's like aspirin.
This is Eric Apple from American Animals, and if you're a real MMA fan, you know all about the UG, that's the underground, and mixedmartialarts.com. I'm on there every day, and so should you be. I'll tell you what, they do a podcast on Lineup Media FM every week, and it's hands down one of the best MMA podcasts out there. They get huge guests, and they do an incredible job getting access to every part of the sport. Check out the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and ugpodcast.com.
So during the break, Ian was telling the boys from We Are TREO about his show, Story Time with Uncle Creepy, and he was talking about a guest that we also had on this show. His name was Erik Ade, and he was on that show locked up abroad. And like Ian said, when he was like 19 or 20 years old.
But he was the only person to ever play himself in locked up abroad, because he's an intimidating kind of big dude that you just have to see it in him. But like he said, he was in his own episode. He got locked up when he was 19. He thought he was smuggling leather for one of his quote.
He worked for a company that did leather goods, and there was heroin in it.
It happened to be heroin in the leather.
And according to him, he had no idea.
Those cows were drug addicts.
Jeez, that's like super gnarly. You think one of your friends is just sending you off with leather, but they actually send you with heroin.
So then, but they knew he was coming. He was set up. Like it was like maybe one of those things where like they set him up. They trade him in so everyone else can get through.
Yeah.
So they knew he was coming, and he told the story like right when he got caught, he ran. And they had guns, and they were shooting at him in the airport, and he got him in a little room like this and locked himself in the room, and he held the door closed. He like put his body against the door with legs, the door opened in. And he held the door with his legs, and he found a phone, and he was fucking trying to call fucking the embassy or somebody, and then they like had like a standoff situation because they told him they were going to execute him. When he first got caught, they're like, "Oh, that's death. We're gonna hang you tonight.
You're gonna die, son."
Oh my God!
In that country, because I mean, the Middle East, you get caught with alcohol. Let alone,
it's like capital punishment, right?
Yeah, you get caught with heroin. You that's it. We're gonna behead you, motherfucker. Yeah, you're done. So they told him that's it. You're gonna be hung, and he fucking flipped. So then it turned to life in prison, as Ian was telling the story. Go ahead, Ian.
Yeah, and he spent 3 years in a Pakistani prison, and at first it started off with him literally walking into prison, and the guard turns to him and goes, "Hey, keep your hands up." So right as he walked in the gate, and everyone in Pakistan's my size apparently. And skinny, and he's a large guy.
He's bigger than me.
Yeah, he's a big. He's kind of dead in the eyes, like from the shit he's been through. And I guess the guard looks at him and goes, "Hey, you're
It's on as soon as you walk through the door.
Keep your hands up." And you can tell he's like, "I walked in there swinging, and fucking by the end, I ran that place." And I was like, "Dude, you're fucking been through some shit." Like I said, people try and kill him. He had to do all this crazy shit.
He became a lawyer, and he learned to play poker. Yes. And now he's a professional poker player.
No. First learn the language itself. Then he was taught poker by a guy that was executed. That was his best friend. So his whole ode to his friend who taught him to play poker, who made his last meal all about them two before he died. He didn't tell him. He just said, "Hey, let's eat this beautiful dinner." So now he plays poker, but he's the guy's just been through some crazy shit.
And he did all of this in how long?
Couple of years in Pakistan.
3 years in Pakistan.
4 years.
What?
Yeah, and I mean,
I feel like I heard this dude's story, and I was like, Ian, we're pussies.
he literally made me cry.
That guy's a man.
Doing my other show.
Took me 5 years to learn how to make music, and that guy did all of that stuff in 3 years.
Bro,
It took
it's
me
not just
5 years
that.
to learn how to
It's not just
use
that.
a program.
Like,
He's better than us.
I'm a vagina compared to that person. Like, that guy's so tough. Like, if you just walk into jail going, I'm doing life in Pakistan, and then you somehow like walk out like with your shit together a couple years later, like, whoa.
That's not really a place you go to get your shit together. As Pakistan. When I think of Pakistan in prison, I don't think of shit together. I think of
Definitely not.
Well, there's a list of places I don't want to go to jail in, and that's top 5.
Absolutely.
I'd say Pakistan
Top 5.
or Pakistan or Pakistan.
Yeah. I mean, it's right up there with Afghanistan and Uzbekistan.
Yeah, guess what? We're gonna kill you later. Have fun.
And Dagestan.
Dagestan. They just throw you in a cave with bears.
And you have to wrestle them.
You make it out alive, you're a man.
Okay, so let's get back to We Are Trio. So, guys, you're playing at
What's next?
No, Wet Republic.
Yeah.
Now, at this time of the year, they don't know if they're going to do those weekends yet, right? They kind of do it last minute.
Well, most of the day clubs are pretty much closed at this point. I'm pretty sure.
And you guys are under contract with Hakkasan Group.
Yep. So basically our home club is Jewel. It's the newest one at Aria. That's where we play the most often.
And I hate Jewel.
Really? You don't like it? I love it.
I don't like the setup.
It's such a cool. I think it's such a cool room because it's like small and intimate. I mean, at least as a DJ, it's
intimate.
Intimate. Yeah.
Well, you love intimate situations. Come on.
I do. I was hoping we were going to get intimate tonight, but you guys want to go back to Orange County. I mean, no. I mean, listen, I love the Hakkasan Group, but I did a night at Jewel recently, and I was just like, I don't really like this place.
I like the room.
I don't like Vegas, so I stay away.
Well, okay, but you guys play all the you guys play Omnia, obviously, Hakkasan, Wet Republic. You play San Diego Hakkasan. I'm sorry, San Diego Omnia.
Yep.
I like that venue a lot.
Dude, it's one of my favorites.
The old Stingery.
Yep. We used to play Stingery.
Oh, you did?
We started on the rooftop at Stingery. That was debauchery back then. We had no idea what we were doing. And then we slowly moved our way down into the main room. And then when Omnia San Diego opened there, they offered us a residency there.
Yeah, I think actually like with this time of year, the last time we played Stingery was one of the
You're
last
talking to
nights.
Mike.
I think one of the last nights that we played Stingery was one of the last nights they were open, which was Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
4 years ago.
No, it hasn't been 4 years.
No.
Three,
Bro,
something
it
like
has
that.
not been.
4 years ago.
It's been like 2 at the most.
No, it's 2 years. Yeah, it was 2 years.
2 and a
ago.
half?
Yeah,
It
they
was 2
opened.
years ago.
They opened.
Okay, right.
They opened like
It just
just
feels
shy
like-
of
it feels
2
like
years
it.
It's
ago.
been 2 years the most.
Yeah. I think it was 2 years ago. Halloween.
You gotta talk to the mic.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 years ago.
change.
Halloween.
It didn't change.
It didn't change. We
Nope.
still have to. We're
Yep.
sharing mics here, but
Yeah, sorry.
we're trying to figure it out though. We're figuring it out slowly but surely.
I want to see what you three do with a dick in the middle of you. Who's chomping
I
over
don't
what?
want to see
Like,
that.
around.
so obviously 2 of them only licked the side.
Trevor, you can take the middle.
So is that was there like a moment like when you guys were like, man, we have like a residency at a Hakkasan venue, like fuck, like this is working out.
Yeah, I think the first moment that we really felt that was back when Marquee offered us, Tau Group offered us our first residency at Marquee. That's when it was like, holy shit, we're Vegas residents.
You're like, we know Jason Strauss.
And so that was like really a big deal for us. And then when we started doing Omnia San Diego, obviously we got introduced to a lot of the Hakkasan Group guys. And now being with Hakkasan Group, that's like the next level thing because that's the biggest group in nightlife right now. I mean,
Yeah.
if they probably will forever be the biggest nightlife group because
Whoa. Nothing's
they keep
forever.
they
Nothing's
have you
forever,
good if you
Bro, Club Rubber was the biggest thing in nightlife. So,
they keep expanding
not
though their
around.
plans for like their new spots. What is it? Bali, Singapore.
yeah, but those
Mexico.
are hotels and stuff. They're not
Yeah.
all necessarily clubs.
Yeah,
You never know. You never know. I mean, dude, you never know what's gonna happen, and with all this music shit and nightlife and clubs and festivals
Bro,
and
you never
everything.
know,
taking
bro.
over.
Fucking Holiday could be the biggest group in
Holiday.
They can fucking expand, have 10 of them. When it comes to nightlife, you don't ever bet on anything. You never know.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, look at Sutra.
I could not have a job in like 2 months.
Bro, look at Sutra. If you would have told me 12 years ago,
Yeah, it was still going on.
Sutra's still going to be killing it in 12 years, I go, you're out
Yeah.
of your mind. You're fucking high.
Yeah, they crush
It's
it
going to
for
last 2
years.
years at the most. So you never know in nightlife, bro. You never know what's
Yeah.
going to be around. But again, you guys are with the biggest group now. And so is that
I'll
like
ride the wave. I'll
yeah.
keep it going.
But here's what
Sutra was where it all started, though.
But
you
here's,
know that.
here's what sucks. Ian and I only have to split it half and half. You guys got to split it 3 ways. That sucks.
Well, I mean, it started as a passion project. It definitely gets rough on a couple months. I've done my fair share of ramen eating.
Have you guys
credit card jacking up.
have you guys considered like taking one or the other one out so there's only 50-50?
Well, We Are Trio wouldn't. The name We Are Trio wouldn't really work.
Fuck,
if there's only two
we
of
are
us.
duo, bitch. Boom! I don't need you.
Hey, guess what? You're fired.
We are duo. That's it. Have you already checked the .com? Is that available?
I haven't.
Somebody go on GoDaddy and see if we can buy that right now. We are
Check it
duo.
out as soon
Maybe
as I
that.
get
Hey, that could be our name
That could be our name. Fuck you guys.
for Jared Watson.
Yeah. We are duo.
Jared Watson and We Are Duo.
You guys would definitely write some hits.
But we got to write it different. Oh, all about dick slanging and fucking I don't
Slinging
know what else.
dick. Slinging the dick.
Slanging dick.
It would just be like, I don't know, rolling down the street. A fucking movie, goddamn.
Okay.
I'm trying. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know anything else.
All right. So,
Could be We Are Duo, slanging dick since 1-6.
Exactly.
oh, boom.
Fuck.
Look at Alicia's face. You got Oldie Han. So, by the way, that's
Spencer,
old.
why are you writing them jingles and not honest jingles?
Hey, just so you know, that's Oldie Han. They're not to be mistaken with Goldie Hawn, but basically any term for an older hot blonde chick is now Oldie Hawn.
Oh.
So that's her nickname, and her friend Tori, her nickname is Oldie Hawn as well.
They're
And
old as fuck and they're hot and blonde, and that's what I like to call them.
Oldie Hawn, I like it. So is the stuff going on at Hakkasan? I mean, you guys, was there, like I said, so was there a conscious moment when you guys like looked at each other like, fuck, dude, like we're playing fucking Omnia, bro.
We
like,
did it.
This is it.
I think it's every single time we play Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell people who like don't understand what it's like to be a DJ. Like, so you guys fly in the hotel, or I'm sorry, Hakkasan Group sends an Escalade to pick you guys up. You guys go over to, you stay at the MGM, or you stay where?
At the Aria. I mean, that's
You
definitely
guys
how it
always
is
stay at
now.
Aria just for Jewel.
Well, it depends on where we play. So if we play at Hakkasan, which is at MGM, we stay at MGM. If we stay at
do they give you guys a decent room?
yeah.
No, they take care of it.
But like I was gonna say, it's that way now that we're official residents with Hakkasan Group. But it hasn't always been that way. We used to pay for our own rooms at like, what was that one place? It was worse than the Golden Nugget, and we used to sleep on just floors. There'd be 6 of us.
Like
packed in.
Palace Station?
Yeah, Palace Station. I think that was it.
What a guess.
Yeah.
Weird.
And we used to pile into the floors. We've actually stayed at, you know when you're driving out there, when you hit State Line, there's Buffalo Bills. We've stayed there before.
And then drove to Vegas to party?
Oh, Whiskey Pete's. That's what it is.
But then you drove all the way? And
Yeah.
Why?
Because we were.
But this was before we played for Hakkasan Group. Like this was this is when we were like trying to get gigs anyway.
You know where I used to always,
I don't want that to
where
be
we used to always stay is the place that was across the street from Hard Rock.
Oh,
Fuck, what was it called?
I remember it. Rumor. No,
It's called Rumor now,
Yeah,
but it
no,
used to
no,
be
before
something
that.
different.
Before that,
It was dope, dude. You'd be literally right across from Hard Rock. And this is back when Hard Rock was dope.
Yeah.
this is when Hard Rock was the spot.
And that's when I was
I
like,
still
12.
like.
Bro,
I still like Hard Rock.
English?
Bro, the Hard Rock's disgusting.
I mean,
disgusting.
Hakkasan Group takes such good care of us. I don't have to stay there. But
You couldn't pay me to go to that place. Disgusting, bro.
Circle Bar. I've clocked some hours at
So
Circle Bar.
one of my best friends, his name is Phil Shalala. He was a marketing director at Hard Rock. He's the one who came up with Rehab. Like he was like, "Yo, let's do a fucking pool party on Sunday because everyone's raging. They want to rage all weekend. So let's do a pool party. We'll have DJs." And that was his idea. He owned the name Rehab. He actually sold the name Rehab to Monster. That was his deal. He's a smart fucking guy. He came up with
huge.
Body English. He came up with
Hard Rock was the joint. For
all that shit. Like he was
years.
he was the one who hired all those guys. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
That's back when I was fighting there too. So it was a good time. I was a kid.
You know what?
And
It's pretty fucking cool. That's one thing you and I can say. We fucking fought at the Hard Rock back when the Hard Rock was badass.
That's true.
Like we fought at the joint, the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
On TV.
Yeah, I did.
I got beat up.
And I beat the shit out of someone, put him in the hospital. It was fun.
Well, there you go. You were 1-1 there? Did you fight Dom there?
Yes, 1 and 2. And Charlie Valencia beat the piss out of me. And then I fought Dom. We'll fight another one. Yeah.
Whatever. You got one. You got one win there. There you go. That's all you
Yay,
need.
one of them.
Yay.
I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a fucking kid.
Google is your friend. You can watch us get beat up and beat people up on Google.
No
No problem.
mustache, no tattoos.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
But it's safe to say we don't have to do that in Vegas
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, so yeah, let's go back. So they set you up. You guys get like they don't give you like a sky suite or something, do they?
No, I mean we
You
have.
just get a legit suite.
But well, the thing is, for 3 of us, we usually ask for as many rooms as we can get, up to 3. So I'm sure it's different for every DJ that plays there. If it's one guy, I'm sure they give him a better room. But for us, we get 2 to 3 rooms depending on how many we travel with. So. Yeah, I mean, it's epic. They're always nice rooms because all of the Hakkasan properties or all the clubs that Hakkasan owns are at really nice hotels. So.
Yeah. So, and then somebody works for Hakkasan who deals with talent, takes you guys out, takes you guys like a nice dinner. You guys go to like, what's it called, Yellowtail or something?
Yeah, Herringbone.
Herringbone.
Is probably the greatest place ever.
It's pretty fucking legit.
And I mean,
right?
I'm not even saying that just because.
So
I'm supposed to. Like, I legitimately.
Our boy
I'm fucking
Sal
obsessed.
has like he could just call and go.
Do you have the plug?
Erik
at Herringbone?
Apple's going to Herringbone, and I just fucking show up and it's fucking calm.
I'm telling you, I don't go to Vegas ever unless I have to. I don't go there because it
do
brings
bad.
out the fucking worst.
Oh,
in
I
me.
do. I'm
Well,
ridiculous.
yeah.
We might have to
Like a
change that,
gremlin.
bro. We might have to
We
change
have
that.
you boys
If
out.
you guys want us to come out, and
You don't have to twist my arm. You got to twist his. I'll be like waiting.
Are we going? Are we going this weekend?
I mean, I was gonna ask, do you guys need an internal security guard?
Yeah, we
Hey, actually,
always
because
need more
I fit in the
security.
suitcase. Okay? Fucking pack me in there and unzip me and surprise.
The thing is you can do carry on with him. You have to check me, so I need a jacket to be a checked baggage. I need a nice jacket and blanket.
So,
No, yeah, we do.
Fine.
No, we gotta have you boys out one weekend. That'd be fun.
We will come out. We'll do it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. I mean, and like even if you guys are busy on the weekend, come out for a Monday. We're always doing the Flawless Mondays at Jewel, which are always
That's like
a
industry
blast.
night.
Yeah, it's an industry night.
But it competes with excess. How does it compete with excess on industry?
Dude, there's enough people in Vegas to host both
Yeah, I
things.
guess. Yeah.
It's Vegas is just never stops. It's just always going somewhere, somehow, some place it's available for you.
Yeah. See, the last time we were in Vegas, we went too hard, and then we left. And one of our friends was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go home," and then text us like an hour later. Yeah, I'm back at the strip club. And like a day later, like, yeah, I haven't gone home yet. Yeah, I fucking hate my life.
Yeah, what was it just passed?
do anything, dude?
Was Labor Day or Memorial Day the one that just passed? Labor Day? Yeah, Labor Day weekend. I was still at a strip club at like 10 in the morning on Tuesday.
It happens.
With Ashley and her friends, so I guess it was all okay.
Yeah, if you're with your girlfriend.
My girlfriend / ex-girlfriend / friend, I don't know, whatever. She was there, so
Slash
whatever.
lawyer.
One or the other.
/ yeah, she's also my attorney,
Yeah.
which is
like a great combo.
perfect.
Surprising.
So what do you guys have coming up music wise? You guys are dropping the song we heard pretty soon.
Yeah, so that's the newest one that we just did with our good friend Kat Clark. She rips at singing.
She's from one from Santa Barbara.
Yes, she's one of Spencer's old school friends.
And
She used to
also
be a pro surfer.
ripping surfer.
Yeah, she used to be a pro surfer as well, and that's how Spencer and her met. And now she's pursuing her singing career. She's writing for a bunch of like really cool people as well. Like I think she just wrote one for like Wiz Khalifa or something like that. So.
And we were just talking about how hard it is to write for rappers these days. Panda.
have enough faith
a
in
fucking
her
lyrical
that shit.
genius.
I went to Atlanta shortly after that. I heard that song. I don't have
I
any
think a lot
broads.
of people did.
I have no broads in Atlanta.
So now,
Nothing.
are you guys dropping like one record at a time, or
Yeah, so it's all just been kind of singles. We've been building our sound for the past year, and we've written a lot of new material. And between now and next summer, we're going to be releasing most of it. So that's the first one, and then we did a little Drake One Dance bootleg that we've been kind of sitting on for a little while. So check our YouTube. It's just We Are Trio for that. We're going to post that one up for free pretty soon.
Okay.
And then
And
after
we're gonna
that,
continue doing that.
yeah, so we're gonna just release a bunch of remixes on that, the bootlegs, remixes, all kinds of different stuff that we just do is for fun. But then the next one after We Are the Youth is gonna be one that we did with our friend Ali, and we're shooting for a release later this year. So
you guys just keep having chicks sing for you. So you guys just play music and then, oh, no, sing this. You're good.
yeah, well, John did the first one. Actually, that's kind of John.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get you pussy. I'm sure. Jesus.
wait, John did what?
John. No, our buddy John did our first single. He was
Like
the one who
John.
No, not John, the pro surfer.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
No, our buddy John Gregory is like a super talented musician.
I was super
musician, and
confused.
He did our first single that we ever put out. He sang on that.
He's a
one.
magician.
So how do people find you guys? Can people find you guys on Spotify and Pandora?
Yep.
And
All
then-
streaming music services.
And
Apple
your
Music
website
as
is
well.
We Are Trio, WeAreTreo, because you have to spell shit. People don't fucking get it. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like I had to say 2 American Animals. That's the number 2 American Animals.
Trio with an E.
Yes.
Yes.
We are TREO.com. Everything is on there.
What's the podcast thing?
American Animals.
American
Oh,
Animal.
here on Dash Radio and the Lineup Media Group.
the Lineup Media Group with
You got-
Eric Apple and
Ian
Oh.
Schmugglepants. Ian McCall.
McCall.
Well, that was fucking
I
really
wanted to see how
awkward.
long you draw it out.
Really awkward.
That was
Jesus.
properly butched.
It happens. Could be
Damn.
worse.
Had to do it.
Hey,
Damn.
I've been called worse.
So that was Bow Down with the Westside Connection. You got to love anything with Ice Cube
just
involved.
that thing out, man. I got to see him at Coachella, and before substances took effect, really hard. Man, he fucking dropped it. It was really good. I was fucking so happy to see his fat ass wandering on stage, fucking banging it out.
That was definitely one of my favorites. That's it, Coachella.
Yeah, I mean, Guns N' Roses sounded incredible, and I couldn't really see.
But Axl couldn't stand up, and that
I
ruined
know.
it for me.
Thank you. Exactly. I want to see him fucking slinging it across the stage and just fucking skipping and dancing
You
around.
wanted to see him slinging dick.
I did.
So Ian and I have talked about this many times. So I got so fucked up at Coachella that I was at Guns N' Roses, but I wasn't at Guns N' Roses.
We shared a house, and by we shared a house, I mean he paid for it, and I went.
Yeah, that was awesome. You're paying for it. You got you next year. You got it.
this
Fuck
year.
off.
Fine.
So yeah, we shared a house. Well, I shared a house with Chuck Liddell, and then Ian crashed the house.
Because
And,
I'm like a little brother to both of them, so I
so-
don't have to pay for shit.
So so I got too fucked up at Guns N' Roses. So I was at Guns N' Roses. And I don't remember a fucking thing, and I fucking love Guns N' Roses. So to see Slash and Duff McKagan and fucking Axl together, I was like so excited. I missed it. So I saw them in August here at Dodger Stadium. Amazing. Dead center, 20th row, like the best seats in the
How
house.
epic was that one?
Fucking epic, bro. Fucking epic.
That's the shit you don't forget ever.
No. Literally, I looked around during the concert, like Dodger Stadium, like beautiful night, summertime, and I'm just like, I'm happy. I could die now. Like I legit looked around, like my life's cool. So let's get to some current events in MMA. The first big thing that we saw going on this week, guys. So Conor McGregor. I don't know if you guys know who Conor McGregor is.
Yes.
He's the 145-pound champion of the UFC. He's going to be fighting in the first UFC that's ever been in New York for the last 20 years. He's going to be taking on Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight title. Champion versus champion.
Going up in weight for the first person to ever try and have to hold 2 consecutive belts.
Correct. And the funny thing is even though he's moving up in weight, he looks bigger than Eddie.
He is. He's fucking huge. People don't understand how large of a person he is. His frame is really big. And
Yeah.
you see him and you're like, no way you
Yeah.
make 145.
He looks like a 55-pound or a welterweight.
Yeah.
So
That's why he hits so hard. That's why he hits people with one hand and they fall over.
yeah. So he had a little incident with Nate Diaz, our boy, at a press conference before their last fight, where Nate Diaz and his entourage left the press conference, were walking away, yelling, talking shit, and Nate and Connor started talking shit in there, and Nate started throwing. He threw a water bottle, just one water bottle. Connor lost his mind and took multiple water bottles and multiple sealed monster cans, the big ones, the heavy ones, and chucked like 5, 6, 7 of them. So
Now the reason Nate left was because he was there for a half an hour by himself answering all the questions, and then Connor fucking strolls in like El Chapo and tries to make a scene out of everything. So Nate's like, why do I want to sit? I've answered all the questions. I'm going to sit here and listen to this guy talk shit about me for the next half an hour or an hour, and he's like, I'm over it. So he left, and as he was leaving, the 2 groups got into their thing, and $150,000.
So yeah, so we're skipping ahead. So when you fight, you're under, in most states, you're under the State Athletic Commission, which is a government entity.
Yeah.
So the problem is the State Athletic Commission, there's no oversight. So if I work for the State Athletic Commission and I'm a commissioner, whatever the fuck I say, that's it. There's nobody to put me in check and say you're being a dick or you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
Whatever I fucking say is what I fucking say. So they had a hearing. They have hearings. Like, so if you get caught on steroids or drugs or you fucking do something illegal and you're a fighter, you have to go see these people. Mm-hmm. So he went to basically like court for fighters. So he went to this hearing and they were like, well, first the attorney general suggested a $25,000 fine. This is the attorney general's office. They suggested a $25,000 fine and 25 hours of community service.
Which seems fine for people who just made a couple $1 million per fight. That 25 grand seems like, okay, that was fun for us being dickheads and causing trouble, but we still made millions.
Yeah.
So then Conor McGregor's representation said, look, we're not saying we're not down to do that, but we would like to maybe contribute in other ways. We would love to help you guys and maybe do something with like kids in Nevada and help with an anti-bullying campaign. And then Conor McGregor basically apologized, said, look, whatever you guys say is cool, I just don't want to be suspended because I have a big money fight coming up next month in New York, so you can't suspend me.
Yeah.
So Pat Lundvall, this chick who's a commissioner in Vegas, in Nevada, and she's a fucking gangster. She doesn't give a fuck. She just went, let's take 10%. What was 10% of his purse? Well, he made $3 million guaranteed. Okay, we went $300,000 because you threw a bottle. And then some of the other people were like, well, I don't know, maybe we make it 5. So what they ended up settling on this.
Mind you, these commissioners are not making fucking $1 million a year.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we'll just $1 million. It's like, fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking 10% of the whole thing. Like that's ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous.
very, very.
So what it ended up was he has to pay $150,000, and he also has to make a commercial, an anti-bullying commercial, and he has to pay to produce it.
He has to pay for the budget.
Yes.
And whatever they listen, there's nobody to say no, you guys, that's too much for just throwing a bottle. No, it's too fucking bad. That's what it is. And if he doesn't do it, the state of Nevada can suspend him and not allow him to fight. Now, he could fight other states, but all the states stick together. If Nevada says you're suspended, New Jersey, California, Texas, they usually will stick together.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. Will they? The state makes money when there's a big fight. If Conor McGregor fights, the state makes millions of dollars.
For sure.
So Conor already said, like, fuck those guys. The next day, he called the UFC, said, I don't want to fight in Nevada.
Ever.
I don't want them making money off me anymore. Fuck those people. So he's kind of going to challenge the system, and I think it's kind of funny, and I'm kind of entertained to see how this plays out. Like, for him to just go, you know what? Like, you guys make money off me. You need me more than I need you. And Dana White said on the radio today, he said, Conor McGregor can fight in Iowa. It doesn't fucking matter. He'll fucking sell the place out, and they'll buy fucking millions of pay-per-views. So
why does it matter where he is?
See, I don't know the whole MMA world too well, but I have a question for you guys. Is that a bad move for him in Nevada? Because I know, like, for DJs, you make your money in Vegas, and so if you say,
well, normally,
Nevada,
but
then you're screwed.
But he's so big, he transcends it.
So there's
he's so big,
so many.
He can say, "Fuck you, I'll fight somewhere else," and he makes the same.
So there's plenty of other fights.
And he looks at it this way: he eventually wants to fight back home in Ireland. Okay, he has this next fight against a guy who's fighting at a higher weight. And is, the world champion. So if he's already transcended the sport to be famous and rich and everything. If he can win another title, it's only going to build on this.
He's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, that momentum swing is in his favor so much, and he's only going to get bigger. Wins another title, then they're waiting to have a fight in Ireland at Croker Park, whatever it is. I think it's Croker Park. It's their.
It's like a stadium.
Yeah, it's their 80,000 seat stadium, and I'm fighting in Belfast. I fought in Dublin before, and now I'm fighting in Belfast next month. Those fans, I guarantee you, all 80,000 seats or 100,000, whatever they can cram into that building, will sell out within an hour.
Less.
Like it's less. Honestly, minutes. It'll be fucking tens of minutes, if not. That guy, those fans out there love him so much. It is fucking insane. It's almost annoying. Actually, it is annoying, but it's not even like a country thing. It's just annoying the fans that he has. But they just don't know anything and they act like assholes. But besides that, I mean, he's great for the sport.
Yeah.
He is the most famous person in that country.
Well, so it's safe to say that if he doesn't have Nevada, he doesn't really care.
Yeah, he doesn't
give a shit. He's got fucking New York.
He can fight in New York.
And then he has his home country.
Yeah.
He seems like he's the biggest thing in mixed martial arts.
You would think that, but we're going to get to the biggest thing. So Ronda Rousey, they announced today, is coming back, and supposedly numbers-wise, she does the biggest numbers. So Ronda Rousey hasn't fought in...
She's more finger quote famous, but at the same time, Conor drives pay-per-view numbers and makes fucking money. She makes good money, but Connor has a better money-making machine.
So Ronda Rousey, they announced today, is coming back. She hasn't fought since last year when she fought
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm and got KO'd in the second round in Australia.
Really bad.
Ronda is coming back.
Really bad.
It was very bad.
Ronda's coming back, and she's being given an immediate title shot. So what's interesting to me, which I don't think is very warranted, you got knocked the fuck out. Like, not just knocked out, knocked the fuck out last time you fought, but now you get a title shot.
You got knocked into hiding. Like, you haven't shown your fucking face.
Yeah, she went to hiding.
Months.
So it's kind of that's UFC 207. That's gonna be December 30th against.
How do you think it's
champion.
gonna go?
To be honest, that's one of those fights that it could be an extreme one on either side, and I would not be shocked. If Ronda comes out and gets fucking shit on and killed, I would not be shocked. Yeah. And if Ronda comes out there and fucking hip tosses Amanda Nunes and fucking armbars her in 30 seconds, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and I think to see how Holly kind of punked her, especially when it started at the weigh-ins. She tried to get all crazy in her face, where Holly never says anything bad about anybody. She's the nicest person on the planet.
She's a preacher's daughter.
Yeah,
that's her nickname, the preacher's daughter.
She is legitimately like the sweetest person on the planet. She's just a fucking badass, and she's she was a
kickboxing and boxing champion before she
a
fought
19-time world champion boxing. So
Wow.
And Ronda tries to get in her face at weigh-ins and like put her fist in her face, and Holly just stared at her and kind of like pushed her out of the way, like, bitch, like, excuse me, young lady, who are you trying to touch right now? And then she went out and kicked her ass. So I think, and if you look at Holly Holm being such a mentally tough fighter on that side of it, she fought and got her ass kicked, and she got her ass kicked kind of, but she got wrestle fucked in her next fight and lost her title. Well, she fought again after that, and she was totally shell shocked. So how does that factor in mentally, where if you have Ronda Rousey, who's gone completely off the reservation mentally after getting her ass kicked, getting fucking blitzed, getting a baseball bat to the face and making it's all real bad, Like, how are you going to come out mentally from that? I would have hung out a long time ago.
It'd be a big deal. It would be a monumental accomplishment if she comes back and has it together still.
Yeah, that would be amazing, and I would praise her for it. I mean, it would be fucking incredible if she could come back from that ass kicking she took.
So moving on, Ultimate Fight Night 98 coming up in Mexico City. That's the one with Rafael Dos Anjos and Gonzalez?
No, it's former champ Rafael Dos Anjos versus Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson.
Which is...
Tony Gonzalez is a football player.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's a... man.
So Lamas is going to be...
fighters.
So Lamas, who was supposed to be fighting BJ Penn in this weekend in the Philippines, he will be fighting Charles Oliveira. And you never know Charles Oliveira. There's sometimes he comes out, he looks like a fucking world beater. And then other days, he just looks like I remember when Cub beat him? It was just like, he looked terrible.
It's another guy like... what's his fucking name? I just watched him fight. Like, I just literally just looked it up. You see some guys, they perform, and it's
they're hot and cold.
Yeah, Alcantara, whatever his name. Lurie. He fought this weekend and fought a guy I fought, and it looked like he fucking destroyed this guy.
I saw it,
and it was from a spinning, like a spinning back elbow.
Yeah,
but the way he hit it was so clean, and then rocked the guy. And then took him down into a mounted triangle into an arm bar.
Yeah, he looked slick as fuck.
So much crazy shit. You're like, dude, where the fuck was this guy ever?
I'm glad I didn't fight that guy.
Yeah, fuck me running. That was was one of the most beautiful displays of mixed martial arts I've ever seen. And there's so many guys like that.
Yeah, hot guys. So guys are hot and cold.
Yeah.
Also moving on, another big event coming up is going to be Paige Van Zant. She's the UFC girl who was on Dancing with the Stars. Okay. And she's fighting Michelle Watterson. They're basically the two best-looking girls who fight in the UFC.
They're both tiny. They're both legitimately pretty. Up together. It's an Asian versus
Michelle Watterson. She used to be she was like an import model. I actually used to talk to her.
I'm sure you did.
So do those sell a lot of tickets just because a lot of dudes want to see two hot chicks fight each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing worse than female MMA fans. Now, my little the closest thing I've ever had to a little sister is Carla Esparza. Now she was
the original champion at her weight,
the very first women's 115-pound champ, and I took it upon myself to kind of wade through the thicket of disgusting men that wanted to I want to interview her, and can you hook me up, bro? And can I have her phone number? I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Fuck you. No, I've known her since she's like 16. So I'm like, get your fucking dick beaters off her. But it's like, and then you actually have two chicks that are legitimately pretty. Both these girls are beautiful, and that's come from me. female fighters, but they're gonna sell a fuckload. This could probably be the highest rated Fox show we've ever had, and I wouldn't fucking doubt it. Because Dancing with the Stars will make this huge. This is gonna make this fight massive, and it was such a good thing for Paige. I mean, you know.
She's a tough bitch.
Yeah,
my parents will probably watch it just because they're like such dancing. Yeah,
she's really tough, but she'll never become world champion.
She's not that good, but she's fucking tough. She's a tough little chick.
She's a tough little scrappy chick who, again, she'll never beat the top 5 probably. Top 3 for sure she won't ever beat, but she's entertaining as fuck, and she'll be gashed up and all bloody and still fucking chicks up, and you're like, that's rad. That's fucking good for her. That is so cute, like a little mean little kitty cat. You know, just pawing at people.
And so we got to wrap this up. Last and certainly not least, Bellator just announced today King Mo is going to fight Ishii, who was a judo gold medalist from Japan, and that'll be a pretty interesting fight. We saw.
Yeah, I mean, Ishii's got footwork. I got to give it to Mo. What the fuck is he gonna do? Ishii's boring as shit.
Yeah.
He just is. He's a giant, really strong guy who's good at judo, but
he's a gold medalist at judo.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a very good, obviously, gold medalist in the Olympics, but he sucks at fighting.
Well, here's the thing, and I've said this before. I don't care if it's ping pong. If you get a gold medal in the Olympics, you're a fucking badass.
Yeah.
You are a badass.
I don't care what the fuck.
100%.
I don't care if it's badminton, bro. If you have a gold medal, you're a fucking superstar.
If you're a fucking gold medalist Olympian, you are a G.
You're legit.
You're a badass.
You are a G. Hey, real quick though, who's your guys' favorite fighter?
Now or like all
right
time?
now in the UFC, right now.
Oh, fighter in the UFC right now.
Ian McCall.
Booyah. I love myself.
Boom.
No, man, I don't know.
BJ Penn? He's still in the UFC.
Yeah, BJ. BJ's one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's our guy.
BJ is amazing.
I spend some funny times on the fucking Big Island.
Hey, you guys, we are over on time. We had a great time. The boys from We Are Trio. Make sure you check them out.
That was so epic. Thank you guys so much for having us.
WeAreTrio.com.
We Are Trio on SoundCloud. We Are Trio on Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you'd like, whatever you prefer.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with Eric Apple and Ian McCall here on American Animals. What do you want to say?
Thanks, boys.
Anytime.
This podcast was a presentation of lightupmedia.fm.